All right, everybody, what's going on? It's your boy Jay Banks. It's Tuesday. Sorry, we're a little late to the
Hey.
table here. We
Oh,
wanted you guys to go ahead and finish your dinner before you can sit down and listen to about an hour and a half of some Bengals talk.
yeah.
So, also, I want to talk about you going to Ohio
Media school.
Media School. I want to hear about that as well, man. Yaman is doubling down on himself. He went and started classes over at the Ohio Center for Broadcasting.
Yep.
And how long you been going for?
Classes just started, man.
Oh,
Just
dope.
started. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I feel like I'm like right in my backyard.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
love it.
I can tell by the way when you came in, man. There was a different aura about you. Like it feels like you found your place. Like you said you're like, damn, I should have went to college fucking 10 years ago instead of playing ball, man. Like I feel like this is right where I was supposed to be.
Well, back then, like I was just playing ball. I didn't really know what I wanted to do right there.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of was like coaching. I'm like, okay, I like basketball. I can be
Right.
a coach. But then, over time, I'm just like, nah, it's something else. Something else. So like that's how I'm feeling right now.
For sure.
My mom been wanting me to go back to school too. So like she had been talking to me about it.
Yeah.
And then over time, it just get to you.
For sure.
Then you just like, you know what? Maybe I should go ahead and do it. But if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it and do something I want to do.
Right.
I don't want to just go back just to go back. Like, hey, mom, back in school.
Right. yeah.
Undecided hit. You feel me?
Right.
For sure.
Like, you feel me? Like,
Be
so,
be intentional. I think that's really important to be. You have this life that you've already started to build. It's
Yeah.
not like you're starting right out of college or high school or whatever.
yeah, yep.
Like college, right out of high school to college. You're not doing that. You're in the world, man. You've been busy building your own brand, building your own like life. So now you just compile on that already built life with this, which education is. I really believe in education, but I think street education is very effective.
Oh, yeah.
I have a bachelor's degree. I have a degree. I went to school. It took me 5 years. I went to started school as in the English field, English lit, and then I transitioned to journalism. And then eventually I realized I didn't want to be in journalism to that degree, but I had been in it for a couple years, so made it my minor. And then with the suggestion of NKU, because I transferred from NKU down to Lexington to BCTC in UK, and then back to NKU. But the transfer back, they're like, I was like, I don't want to be in journalism anymore. I just really don't want to do that. I like journalism and interviewing artists and stuff, but when you get in the real field out there, it won't be what I want to do. It'll be what they want me to do,
Yeah.
and me scrapping and scraping my way to get to something that I finally want. And I felt like it just wasn't what I wanted to do. So any other options? And he's like, well, I can make it your minor. You can make it your minor, and you can keep those credits and do something that you'd want to do. What do you want to do?
Okay.
And he's like, you sound like someone that'd be interested in communications. And I was like, communications? He's like, yeah, like comm studies. And I'm like, what does that entail? And he's like, it's a research major, but you're researching how humans communicate and what they do and how they navigate the world via vocal or nonverbal, verbal, nonverbal. So like
Yeah.
that's how we did it. And then I got into it and realized it was really cool. I did public speaking. I got a whole certificate for it. We taught it at Red Cross and United Way, and all this was done through NKU. It was pretty cool.
Okay.
But schooling brought me another perspective on my already like established perspective, because I was already in a band. I was already focused on music.
Yeah.
School was just an afterthought to me, but I wanted to have a backup plan for when I got further in the music industry. I could do something more, because I know it's a hard industry. Just like athletes, you do all this stuff and you get hurt, and all of a sudden your career's over.
Yep.
Do you have school? Do you have something to fall on? Are you gonna you're gonna go work for a bank probably, because a lot of athletes go and work in banks. It's a common thing. Like it's a pretty very common thing, especially UK athletes. A lot of them ended up in the bank industry.
I didn't
'cause-
know that.
yeah, it's yeah. I'm not sure where it's at now in this day and age, but like growing up, they all went to the banks because they offer them, because they are Kentucky guys, so the banks love local, and they would. It was a whole thing.
Okay.
But like the failed ones, the ones that didn't go to the NBA, the ones that didn't play Euro, those hoopers, but like that were still in college, same concept. Musician, anything can happen, bro. Your band can get hot, and all of a sudden, 2 months later, a band a little bit better than you and just like you pops out, and all of a sudden you're forgotten. And it's quick, and you try to get it back. You grind, but you don't know. You don't know on a record. Like if you're living and you have to make money to live, and that's your life, having a backup plan's smart, because that can be taken away. With the pandemic, it took everyone's live performances away. Everyone had to go to live stream. They had to figure out ways to bring means in. There's other people that we could sell shirts online, and bands could sell shirts online. But if you're not performing, the only way you really sell shirts is that live performance,
Right.
live events. Selling that online's hard. For us, it's a little different because we're a clothing brand. You're wearing like
I think
Right.
when it I think when it comes to musicians, people want a keepsake of the moment that they were there.
exactly.
You know what I mean? So if you hop on the website and they've got, you know, it would be cool to to pick up like a Blink 182 shirt. But if you got a Blink 182 shirt from Cincinnati or the Blink 182 shirt, you know, from the show that you were at, it's that impulse buy.
Yeah.
You know.
100%. And
Yeah.
emotional buy. Emotional buy if you're at the show and there's and like let's say you even were at the show and you saw the shirt, then you go online and see it again. You're like, you know what? I'll buy it now. I wasn't at a place to buy it at that time, but I'm going to purchase it now. So there is some, you know, there is that there with the post show thing, but at the concert itself is where all that money is made. Where with us, the brand, like people buy online because they want to just get it to their home. They don't want to go out and whatever. But like we're a brand that stays consistent with that. Bands have to like update a lot. They release new albums, new music. They change their theme. Like we change a little bit, we add stuff, but like bands change whole themes, dude.
Shit, I'm on the computer every day trying to come up with new designs. bro.
Absolutely. But our theme hasn't changed in the store. It's much the same. We
Yeah.
kind of stay consistent. We got this thing here. Bands literally, once a new album comes out, you might see they wear totally different things on stage every single show, and you're like, you don't think about that because you're just there to see them. But it's all strategic. You know what I mean? And so new merch comes a lot with that new theme. So you have to go back to the old merch to get that moment back that he's talking about, that moment at the live show when you're like in euphoria and you're watching this crazy thing. You're like, I can't leave without a shirt.
Yeah.
Like I can't leave with. It doesn't have to have this date on it, but that band is gonna get my money. So that mentality starts with the school aspect of knowing that can be taken away at any time. That moment, obviously, with the pandemic, it took it away from all of us for about the full year. So you have the schooling as a backup. You understand how to code. You understand how to do a trade of some sort through schooling. Like in school, teach so many things. School taught me like a little bit of graphic design. The journalism part, I had a graphic design stuff to make things fit and box articles and stuff, and that's where I learned that originally. But I didn't really use it as much as I use it now.
Okay.
But like I learned it through journalism, and it was just part of one of the classes. I didn't like the part of journalism where you had to research and do a topic you did not care about, like the smoking ban in Lexington. You couldn't smoke any cigs on anywhere on the campus, period. So we had to cover it. I had to chase students around and ask them to give me 5 minutes of their time to talk about the smoking ban. You know how many people don't care that don't smoke? Most everybody.
Yeah.
But the paper cares a lot. So you have to go talk to these people about something they don't really give a shit about. But the paper does. That grade cares about you getting that smoking ban information and these students. And I had like 15 students, and no one cared. Oh, there's a smoking ban happening? Yeah.
I mean, I think being in journalism, at least in this day and age, would be like the worst job ever, man, because it's all clickbait at this point, and it's
It
like
is
your
now.
story doesn't get read.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's only
Yeah.
it's only the
Clickbait wasn't. This was 2008.
Right,
2009, yeah.
but you were
Clickbait
going to
wasn't-
college for is what I'm saying.
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
this would have been your day-to-day job today.
Yeah, this is
if-
the closest thing I do to journalism.
Yeah.
I mean, I use it. I don't have to have it, but I use
Right.
that angle to this. You interview, artists all the time and different people. So like, I use it, but that level, I like the copy edit. I liked the punctuation. I like to find the errors and like I read stuff and I'm better about.
You know what's
it.
crazy, man? My dad told me one time that he always thought that I was going to be the next Walter Cronkite.
Oh,
He was
really?
like, I've always had it in the back of my head that you'd be a really, really good news reporter. You know, like somebody on there delivering the news.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it.
I
What was that?
Something like
can't
that.
see that.
I could. How you carry yourself and how curious you are and how you talk to people, I do
Yeah.
think there's that angle. But what overshadows is your love for making clothing. So like,
Right.
think like in another multiverse, you might be doing that.
Well,
You know what I mean?
I think this week, man, I'm gonna start rearranging the old store. I'm gonna go try to find some of that old wood paneling from like grandma's basement, and I'm gonna redo just a section of the old store back at the house,
Yeah.
so we can start podcasting out of there as well.
Cool.
I've got this idea of doing like a Wayne's World style like basement podcast where, you know, it's like really like legit Lazy Boys from the 80s. You know what I mean? With the
Yeah.
big handle on the side that kicks up and then
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you know, nothing that's like smooth and you know, I'm like maybe flowers on the actual like
Oh yeah.
uh,
Pattern.
yeah, like the pattern on the actual chairs and stuff. But I want it to be very mom's basement, bro. Like even possibly like halfway through the podcast, like you hear footsteps, like mom's walking down the stairs, and then she's like, Jason, don't forget to tell him about One Heart Medical. And he's like, oh shit,
Oh,
thanks,
okay, I see
mom.
what you're
Like,
saying.
yeah, by the way, like
That's
One
dope.
Heart Medical, boom, and then we get a little 30-second clip for, you know, or like you hear the footsteps, and then mom's like, you know, hey Jason, Drake Kirkpatrick's here. It's like, oh shit, bring him down, tell him, come on down.
Okay.
And then he comes in, and then he's on the podcast. But
Yeah.
it looks like it's. I'm telling you, bro.
I love
Like
it.
I was
Good.
watching
I'm
HGTV
here
the
for
other
it.
day, and they were demolishing a house, and that wood like, do you know the wood paneling I'm talking about? It's old school, bro. Like late 70s, like. It's one big panel that you just nail onto the wall, but it's got like big piece of wood, little piece of wood, big piece of wood, but it's all just one big sheet. It's really cheesy looking, bro. I don't have my phone,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, like something like that. Like when I was watching HGTV, he was like, "This stuff, they need to stop selling it. I don't ever want to see this in a house again." And I'm thinking to myself, that needs to
My
be
house.
delivered here, bro.
Right.
You're
You
over
can-
there just ripping it apart,
Yeah,
and
you can sit it right here.
yeah, like, cause like honestly, bro, like every time I've been at a Goodwill or like a St. Vincent de Paul,
Mhm.
I'm always looking for 1980s, like not memorabilia, but like background stuff. You know what I mean? Like the old radio clock, like the old wooden radio clock that just had the red, you know, digital time on there. And then if it, you know,
Oh,
if the
yeah,
time
yeah,
went
yeah.
out, it would just flash 12,
Yeah.
you know, and then the actual noise on it was like, eh, eh, eh.
Yeah.
So
That's
like
something.
I bought one of those. I found one, dude. It was like perfect condition. Bought it for like $5 or $7 from Goodwill. I got a bunch of like the old VHS and cassette tape like cabinets. You know the
All
ones
the holders.
yeah, that's got the 3 cassette
Yeah.
drawers or whatever.
Yeah.
I bought I think I got either 6 or 8 of those for like $3 each, dude. And they're all like brand new. It's got the Zenith logo on there, that old school Zenith logo.
That's so.
But it's
dope.
like things like that. Like that's the type
Set
of
the scene.
That's how I want to stage that entire place. Is like the cheapest. Like I'd like going to Goodwill and just bawling out with $500 and just saying 2 couches, the ugliest like side table with the weirdest looking grandma lamp
Yeah.
with the you know what I mean?
Yeah, the aesthetic will definitely be on that.
There he is.
Hey, what up?
TV shows in the building.
What's
What's
up?
up, man?
What's going on, big dog? Fresh back from the
What's
trip. Yeah, how you feeling, bro? What are you guys up to?
Shoot, man, just down here shooting a video.
Oh shit. You want to pop on for 2 minutes and talk about it?
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask for some help. I don't know. Am I interrupting?
No, you're good, bro.
No, you straight, bro.
Do we have what?
Have any magazines?
Magazines. Yeah. Yeah, I got a couple, I think.
Magazines.
So we're finishing up the Bella Hadid shoot today. We just need to shoot like the intro to it. Yeah, we need the
You're on camera right now. No, they are. If you stand in front of that, turn that.
Yeah, yep.
That one.
Is it that one?
This one.
Oh, okay, I got you. So you was You had spent some time out of the country. You feel me? Yeah, go on. Hey, tell them about it, man.
Yeah, I just got back from Africa with my boy Gabe and some other friends. We was on a mission trip. It was super dope. Helping out like elementary schools and like kindergarten schools in the area, around like the Cape Town area. And then shortly after that, came back and then we had a birthday trip for my boy Joe in Miami. So yeah, we've been traveling a lot.
That's what's up.
So, but
Sure,
now it's
sure.
back to the grind. You know, trying to get this stuff finished.
All right, now.
I got a Super Bowl, man. I don't know what.
It doesn't really. It don't. Yeah, it doesn't matter for real. For real.
This dude popped in. He gave us these, the ones that are autographed.
Oh, that's fire. What about this?
Best of Cincinnati.
This might be dope too. Yeah, is it cool if I just take these? We'll be right out here.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Jay Banks always coming in clutch. You already know.
Hey, where can we find you on Instagram?
TV shows, TV.shows, SHOWEZ on all platforms. Sorry, this was like a quick drop in, but you know,
Hey, nah, it's
you
all
gotta
good,
do what you
man.
gotta do
You know what it
sometimes.
is, man.
But appreciate y'all.
All right, bro.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is kind of what I'm looking for. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. That's all right.
Kurt? Yeah. Nothing? Yeah, that's good, bro.
That's good.
No, yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah, that one's different. Be careful with that. These they're both like I'm in it, so these are the only.
Oh
two.
damn.
Like this, something like that.
Yeah.
Podcast still rolling, right?
Oh wow! We're over here looking through magazines. So the idea for this shoot is basically we're having like a girl, like Izzy. She's gonna be like basically looking in a magazine, and
Okay.
then she like sees herself in the magazine, and then that's like the intro to the video, and she's like what the
That's
fuck is
cool.
going on?
Okay.
Yeah,
Like
it's cool, yeah.
visionary. Like,
Yeah. So then, like, when the video starts, it like warps it to the magazine, and then the video starts, and she's actually in the video modeling. So it's like,
Okay.
Oh.
it kind of
yeah.
like takes her into this world.
Right,
Of,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
You
Right.
know, Bella Hadid, of hot fashion stuff, like. So,
Okay.
That's what's up.
but yeah,
That's-
it's gonna be interesting.
When are you expecting a release for this? Do you know?
Huh?
Is there a release for this?
Yeah, I'm honestly.
Any goals?
This is like hopefully gonna drop this week. So.
Oh, it's recent.
yeah,
Soon.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm trying to
That's
get this
fire.
out by Friday. So
Okay, so
Okay.
you're getting a lot. You're
this is
in
like
the-
literally the last thing we got to do, and
Okay.
we'll be good.
Okay. And the teasers you be letting people like on it be on Instagram.
Yeah. I
Um,
posted a snippet on Instagram, and yeah, I posted that on Monday,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Is it any more socials that you might be posting it on too?
Huh?
Any more like socials like like
Yeah.
YouTube or TikTok or anything?
YouTube. Yeah, you can find me at TV shows on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah.
TV space SHOWEZ. It's kind of weird. It's gonna ask you if you think you mean like television shows, like that the stuff you watch. You just gotta pick. No, I mean like the cool rapper from Cincinnati. So.
Yeah, we got you.
Right.
Once you
yeah.
pick that, it'll take you to my page, and I'll be posting like snippets and stuff on there. The full video is gonna drop on there, and then I post stuff on Facebook every now and then.
Okay.
I'm trying to expand to some other platforms, which is gonna be happening in the next few months. So that's gonna be really dope. And yeah, it's trying to grow this thing, the media aspect of everything. So,
Smart. Making the right moves, bro.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hey,
But
keep doing your thing. Stay at your own
hey,
pace,
man.
man. It's called. You feel me?
yeah, got to. I appreciate y'all having me, even on a quick slide by.
For sure, man. Hey, man, you good?
I'll probably stop back in here before I bounce.
For sure. Yeah. Make sure you take care of them. The magazines, man. Though.
It's gonna be a lot of still shots.
Cool. Yeah, I had to school them real quick, bro. Those two magazines that I gave him, one was People magazine and the other was OK magazine.
Yeah.
But I'm in both of those. Like the OK magazine is the
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
is the it was like remembering the 90s, and it had like all this big stuff about like the coolest stuff in the 90s, and one of them was like my hypercolor shirts, and they actually used my hypercolor shirts for the actual shots or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the other magazine, it was like what was it? I've got like the little thing. I guess I should have showed them the little plaque over there. But it's like styles the A-list celebrities are wearing, and it was all about hypercolor in one of those where like they were talking about the color changing shirts that I was printing and shit.
Yep.
So like that's super
Yeah.
fire, bro.
Those are-
Like
yeah, I know. I mean, I
in a
looked at 'em
lifetime
all.
ago.
Right. Right.
Like before I knew what I was doing, man.
You swear you're growing, bro.
You gotta bring
just
it
weren't
back.
there.
Definitely got to
Gotta
bring it back.
Yeah. I agree.
Definitely. You know what? I'm bummed because City Flea is doing a vintage market this weekend, and I just saw it popping up, and it's like the first time they're doing it. But I'm like, damn, dude, like if you're gonna do a vintage market in Cincinnati, like how are you gonna do it without hypercolor? You know what I mean? That's like the epitome of like vintage.
Yeah.
But-
I mean, I find it when I tell people it's like they remember it. It takes them back. So it's got to be in that the conversation more often, and you would see it more often. I feel. Like
Well,
it's-
here's the craziest thing, bro. So, like, hypercolor was so popular in 1991. They made over $53 million in on their third quarter. That's 25% of the year. They made $53 million bucks, and it was no internet, no Facebook, nothing for it to go viral, bro. Like it was like get your ass to the mall and buy the T-shirt.
Yeah.
And they did so well back then, but they went belly up. So what happened was that the product was only be able to be manufactured with one company because it was the Luco dyes that they were creating. It was patented at the time, so there was only one company that was able to produce the technology for them. So when it comes down to it, since there's only one company that can produce all this stuff, there was a moment where there was like a 2 to 3 month gap during the summertime where all the stores were out of the stuff.
Okay.
And then all mass production came back and then fulfilled the stores again, but the fad passed. So because of that 3 month gap where you couldn't find the clothes at all in the stores, then they overshot and filled the stores and nobody wanted the stuff. So there's a lot of rumors out there that are like, oh, the reason why hypercolor went under was because they started creating shorts and people's crotches were like all hot and it demolished the brand. But that's not true. That's not what killed the brand. It was the supply chain back in the 90s.
Okay.
But
that's an interesting thought.
right. But the crazy thing is, so they were here and gone so quick. 1989 was when they first started doing their shit. 1991 was when hypercolor blew up, and then 1994 they were gone, bankrupt, sold all their assets to a law firm in New York City, and never to be heard from again. So in 1994,
What are they doing now? Do you know any of their actual guys?
Genera. So Genera is not a company anymore. Whoever owns Genera, they're not doing anything. Hypercolor is. And I'm the last person to legally own Hypercolor. Literally, I'm the last person to produce it. And I legally owned the trademark in 2012 to 2014, and then lost the trademark back to the law firm that bought it from Genera in 1994. So what happened was when they went bankrupt, they sold everything they could to make as much as they can on the last of their shit. So they sold their trademarks to Exude LLC, which is a law firm in New York. And they were holding on to the trademark every 3 years, reissuing the trademark, waiting for somebody like me to come in and offer them $500,000 for the trademark. But what I found out was long story short, I met a trademark lawyer at Bobby Mackey's. I bought him and his girl a shot. He thought I was getting free drinks, and he felt so bad that he was like, "Hey, bro, I'll give you a free hour of trademark talk." Like I'm a patent attorney, and I'm like, "Okay, cool." Like what do I need a patent attorney for? This was like 2009, right?
Okay. Yeah.
2010. So we kept calling. I was ignoring his phone call, and then one day I was in the original store. It was still empty. There was nothing in there. It was just bare bones. I had the graffiti on the wall, and I was sitting on the floor, just on the computer, looking up hypercolor. And he calls, and I just out of like, okay, dude, answer the phone. Like, all right, so you
What
want
do
to?
you got, bro? Come on.
Yeah. So here it is. Like, I can't find anything about hypercolor. See if you can find what's going on with it, because there's no way the Hypercolor is gone. It was such a popular product in the 90s. I wasn't looking at it as an actual clothing brand. I was looking at it as, I want to buy color changing blanks, right? Because that should be a thing.
Yeah.
But so he went and looked at it, and he goes, look, you're not going to believe this. Their trademark is up in 28 days. Every 3 years, they're reissuing the ITU, which is the intent to use. He said, but the same lady is filling out the paperwork, and she's not doing it on the final day. She's letting it lapse. So when the 365 days is there, instead of her filing it Thursday before she leaves the office, she's leaving the office. It's expiring Thursday night. Then she comes in Friday morning when it is expired, and then she's been submitting it, and she's been doing this every 3 years for the past 18 years. So he's like, she's just trying to milk every day. He's like, so if we submit our ITU at this time, there's a really good chance that we can win this trademark. And that's what we did. We submitted it at 11
So they were doing it
p.m.
on purpose.
What's
Just-
that?
They were literally doing it on purpose, not because their office closed at 5 p.m. and they start the next.
They could
business
have.
day.
They could have. You could reissue it 2 years into it. What she was doing was trying to milk it for every last drop. So instead of doing it at 364 days, she was letting it expire. Actually, instead of doing it 365 days, she would go in on the 366th day.
Yeah.
to do
Because
it.
they were just trying to get someone to buy it, so they were trying to utilize the least amount of money of assets.
Right.
Basically, they're like,
For
this
sure.
we're holding on to this. We'll do whatever it takes. If that makes one day more, we'll do it. But we're just going to do it as part of our
Right.
3 years.
And so
That's interesting. Fascinating.
Victor Vance Van Drake III. That
I've
was
heard
that
that
was my
name, yeah.
business partner and lawyer.
Yeah.
So
What a
and he was
name.
he was a G. He was like, if we submit at 11 p.m., there's a good chance that we can win this, because this lady's been doing it notoriously every 3 years. So, and then there's a 6-day blackout window. So even if we submit it at 11 p.m., there's 6 days where we don't know if we won. We don't know if she could have submitted it 5 days before that, because there's a 6-day blackout window where, like, basically once I submit it, they get the information and then they put it in the database, and then 5-6 days goes by and then it's posted, right? So we were
Okay.
kind of in the dark about it, but we ended up winning, and so now the trademark's legally ours. So me and Vance started just like spearheading the thing. We got the product together, we got the splash page together. We had like 2,000 pre-sale orders in New York and 7,000 pre-sale orders in California on a splash page alone, bro. And NASCAR was hitting us up. NASCAR wanted us to do shirts. I think I told you that I wanted to do tire marks across it, where as it got hot, the tire marks came out to make it look like they weren't there previously.
Yeah.
But then
That's sweet.
I said, yeah, bro. But I still remember the phone call, bro, because I like, my phone was ringing. It was Vance. I was in my bedroom. I picked it up, and I was like, "What's up, bro?" And I hear, "It happened." Like, you can tell he was smoking a cigarette, and he was like fucking just trying to like decompress, because we figured at some point like they were gonna try to sue us. But what they did, it was a law firm in New York City, and they basically said they filed a lawsuit for unfair competition, which means that they've been trying to bring it back, and if they can prove it within the past 3 years, then they can legally win the trademark back. But they filed it in New York City, so if I had the money, I would have been able to fight it, and I would have been able to win, because in the lawsuit, the book was this thick that I got sued for. And even in the book, they had like samples of their Hypercolor shirts, and you can tell they went down to Chinatown in New York and just got a black shirt with iron-on letters, like the legit ones you can get from Michaels, and it just said Hypercolor, and it was ironed on. The shirt didn't change colors. It was a black shirt with black stitching with white outline on the Hypercolor across the chest.
But the shirt didn't change colors?
No, it didn't change colors at all.
It wasn't a way they could, like, you can make them prove that it...
Well, that's the thing. So I can, but I went. They filed everything in New York City. So me and Vance went to New York City for the court, and they prolonged the case. So, hey, judge, we need more time. Okay, fine. 2 weeks. So now I've got to go back to New York in 2 weeks.
So they kept trying to drag it out.
They just kept dragging it out,
Yeah, okay.
and we end up spending I think Vance said we spent close to $20,000 in legal fees. And he was like, unless we get this transferred over to Ohio where we can fight it here, he's like, you're not going to win the case, bro. They're just going to keep prolonging this until you're bone dry and don't have any money left.
That's crazy.
So we tried negotiating with them. I told them, hey, let's split, license the logo to us and let us just do our thing that we were doing, and you guys can get a percentage of the whole thing.
They weren't going.
They were so mad that some kid from Kentucky, bro, stole their bread and butter.
It's hilarious.
That they didn't want to deal with me at all.
Damn.
Which is a shame, bro, because the hypercolor's gone. It's not here, right? And I was in the middle of bringing it back, and this is something that it's huge, bro. $53 million in 3 months. You know what I mean? Like, that's how much money they made selling T-shirts back in 1991.
And that's without social media. And
that's
everything.
without social media, bro. If we can get 10% of what they did, but we have that grasp. And here's the whole reason why I got onto the point of this. They were here and gone so quick that kids that are now like 29 and under, they've never heard of hypercolor because there's nothing viral about it. There's nothing online. There's no there's photos, but it's only like the cheap 80s digital exposable shots, right?
Expired content.
Yeah, like there's
literally.
only one commercial, and the commercial's pretty terrible. It's a dark room, and there's just a bunch of people dancing, and it's like hyper color. Touch me,
Right.
and it's just a really strange commercial that really doesn't get the point across. But like the fact that they don't do any of that, and now we have all of that viral mentality where we can bring stuff back and make it go viral.
Yeah.
It's a shame, bro, because we could be in a completely different realm right now. Especially with the 90s and how everything, hypercolor is gold dust, bro. That's the way that we called it. It's like, we can relaunch it under Touch Me Tees, which we did. It didn't have the same hit because that name hypercolor was gold dust, bro. Like, you didn't need a cool logo on the shirt. All you needed to say was hypercolor, and then they knew what the shirt did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
It represented that technology.
And it was a one color print. 12 inches wide, 3 inches tall. The crazy thing is, I'm the only person on the planet that has the hypercolor logo. Like, even in the lawsuit, they couldn't prove that was their official logo because they don't have any of the paperwork or any of the documents or the computer files for the hypercolor logo.
They have paperwork for it.
I'm the only one on earth that's got the official hypercolor logo.
So right now they just sitting with the rights to the hypercolor, and they ain't doing nothing with it.
They're not doing anything with it. And here's the crazy thing.
What's the
point, dude?
What's the point of
What's
that?
the point? And we could have made a lot of money by now.
Exactly.
This is 10 years ago, right? This is 2023. I legally owned it in 2012 is when we were relaunching it. But the crazy part about the whole thing, dude, is you've got,
especially like TikTok and IG Reels and
yeah, dude,
the creativity, like so much you can do with, like those videos. It's so much you can do, and I'm not even I ain't giving out no ideas just because they want to keep it. So I ain't gonna say that.
Right.
But there's so many ideas you can do with it.
Yeah, I forgot where I was going with it, man. But it's just,
It's fascinating to me.
the
whole
dude.
story to me, it is like I can envision them when they're getting it. They're like, what is this hypercolor? I made all this money, like, and every time they talk about it, they're like, what was that company? It was hypercolor, bro. Like, they didn't even know what the company was. They just know how much money was brought. They don't care about anything regarding it.
Right.
Like you said, they iron on some letters just to keep it in there that they were using it for something. But they literally saw these dollar bills that they think they see the same value you do.
Right.
Essentially, but they don't want.
No, they don't see the value that he see.
They see the value because they're holding on to something
Yeah, they
that
holding-
brought
I get what
so
you're
much
saying. I see what
money
you're saying.
at a time. That see the same value in that sense. They don't see
Yeah.
the value in like the emotional end of it.
Yeah.
They're like it's something just in the backyard that we're maintaining because there might be a chance that the collectible's worth money one day.
yeah.
Like, they see it as valuable because they understand that it's something different,
It happened.
but they don't understand what they can really do with it.
It already-
Right.
Yeah.
Because,
You know what I'm saying?
100%. They understand how much trademark and like owning something is, but they don't know how to recreate the brand, right? They don't know how to recreate the popularity of it. They just know that, you know, I own Yogi Bear. You know what I mean? But like I don't know how to produce Yogi Bear plush dolls.
They just know I own this gold,
Yeah.
but I don't really know what to do with this gold. But I got the gold.
Speaking of that,
You feel me?
man, there's a lot of stuff going on with the government and representatives of the United States of America, bro. This guy just got back from Egypt, and there's a lot of funky stuff going on with the Democrat side on people getting paid, you know, like under the table for stuff. This guy got back from Egypt with a pound of gold. He actually had a full pound of gold. Plus, I think they said he transferred like $500,000. No, I'm sorry, he didn't transfer $500,000. He had $500,000 sewn into his suit coats in his closet that has his personal name on it, and also has like the state, the seal of the United States of America.
What?
But so and he's from. He says he's from Cuba, but he was born here in the United States. And he says, you know, all Cubans, we hide our money because of Fidel Castro. We were always worried that, you know, Fidel's going to come in and take all of our money, so we always stash it.
Right.
But this guy's been getting bribes across the country, and one of them was a gold bar from Egypt. He got a full pound gold bar. And the second that he gets home, he goes on Google and Googles how much is a pound of gold worth. And now the whole government's coming after him about it. And he's like, I understand that you guys are upset. He's like, but you know, it's proven it's innocent until proven guilty. You know, but he's been on in the government since I think they said 1977. So he's like had like 50 years almost 50 years in the government, and he's worth like $5 million. And they're like, how? You know what I mean? Like on a salary like that. Anyways, you were just talking about a pound of gold, and it just strike my mind, because that was something else. I'm just like, what is happening, bro? Like everyone's getting bribes, everyone's selling out the United States, and in the meantime, we're over here like we're just losing money. You know what I mean? Everyone's going paycheck to paycheck. Like nobody can afford groceries, nobody can afford gas. Like everything's through the fucking roof.
Bro, I saw some on the news like 2 days ago about like the government shutting down.
October 1st, bro, we're out of money again. We're out of money. We're out of money, but we've given billions to Ukraine. Not only that, we accidentally gave them $6 billion. So accidentally gave them $6 billion. So on top of the $20 billion that we've already sent them, somehow we accidentally sent them an extra $6 billion. And instead of asking for the money back, the government just says we'll allocate it. So the next $6 billion that we were going to give you, that'll be it, and then we'll filter from there. But like I just found out that we're paying everything, bro. We're paying for the firefighters in Ukraine. We're literally paying for everything out there right now.
Why? Like what are we ultimately getting out of this whole deal for paying? If you were to just take a guess, or just idea maybe, what do you think we're even getting out of this? Are we trying to make up ground? Are we trying to build an ally, or what? Like ultimately,
well, I mean, if you can get somebody else to fight your fight for you and just give them money, you know what I mean? Like the United States and Russia, like we don't get along. United States and China, we don't get. Well, we did when Trump was here, which is fucking strange. That everybody hates this dude, but yet he was the only one that was able to literally sit down with what's the
Kim Jong-un?
Kim Jong-un. He was the only person besides Dennis Rodman that was able to sit down and actually have a civil conversation with that guy. You know what I mean? Same thing with Vladimir Putin, bro. Like there's photos of them shaking hands. Like, you think Vladimir Putin's gonna shake Joe Biden's hand? You know what I mean? Like it's just so. What?
There's very few people on the planet that.
What? Yeah, like I honestly think that Vladimir Putin has cancer, and I think he's a desperate man at the end of his rope. You know, when you've been in power for 40 years, 50 years, and you know you've got you've got cancer. Like, look at him, bro. He's bloated. Like his face looks like a somebody who has cancer. Like you start to get bloated. You start to get like rosacea. You know, there's a ton of different like signs that just lead to this guy doesn't have much more to live, and he's gonna make sure he's not just gonna die in a hospital bed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But regardless, bro, so everything that's going on in Hawaii right now, you know it would cost $5 billion to replace everything in Hawaii. All the homes, all the infrastructure, $5 billion. But we're giving all this money to Ukraine and extra money. We gave them $6 billion on accident. So just by that accidental money, like they could have completely turned around Hawaii. If you go down the Hawaii rabbit hole, like that is completely insane, bro. Like the water was shut off where the firefighters couldn't even put the fires out.
What?
Did you know that?
Yeah, I did know that.
Yeah. So
I did know that.
and not only that, they didn't have any sirens. They didn't do any sirens that emergency, like state of emergency, anything like that. And the mayor, the governor said the reason why was because that sound is meant for tsunamis. So he was worried that people would assume it was a tsunami that was coming, instead of looking out the door and seeing that
What
the
the hell
whole
would've been the
town is on
difference?
fire.
It's still an emergency.
Still emergency,
You
bro.
still
It's
gotta get
still
up
of
out
a
of there.
state of emergency.
Whether it's a tidal wave coming or a fire wave coming, you got to get up out of there.
And then here's the crazy thing, bro. So when they went to go use the water for the fire hydrants, the water wasn't working. And
Oh yeah, you got to bounce.
bro, so
Right.
so the governor, he said, like, we look at water as a necessity, not a tool. He's like, so like they prey on water, we it's molecule, like they believe that like water's got a soul or something. You know what I mean? Like
No, I did it. I
Yeah.
get it. Humans are made up of water, so we should. And the water is water is how a lot of the oxygen. It's more than trees provides oxygen.
Yeah,
to the earth.
I've
So
read
it's-
somewhere and found out that too, and that was kind of interesting. I ain't think about
Oxygen's
it.
created more from the ocean.
We've been
than
grown
is-
up thinking that trees gave us oxygen.
Well, they does, but
well,
it's
they
not.
do, but
it's
like
not
it's
the
not
same
the
level.
main,
Yeah.
main source.
Trees have many different, obviously, purposes, but water is what provides majority of oxygen. But like that's still like water should be, no matter what, you should get it for free to a degree. Like you're obviously paying for the water technology to make it easy and clean, whatever. But like we shouldn't have to, like when you go places, you shouldn't have to pay for a water bottle. There should be the option, always have it free. It's part of it's things in place that should be for humans across the board. Clean water.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have to worry about in Flint, Michigan. They shouldn't have to worry about in our own country, even and anywhere in the world. Clean waters and places are very hard to find. In many countries, it's very hard to find. So like, it's so crazy to think people are living in those conditions.
Right,
Anyways.
but the crazier thing is to say that it's not a tool, because there's only one thing that puts out a fire, and it's not coal, it's not fire, it's not trees, it's not paper, it's not wood, it's fucking water.
Water.
It's the only thing that's gonna fight that.
Yeah. Well, maybe a blower, but that might light it up even
A
more.
blo-
You said
an
You can blow- you can blow-
oxygen.
you blow candles out, right?
No,
no,
oxygen
bro, not
feeds
a fire,
fires, bro.
though. Like,
It's
you gonna have a strong.
strong ass leaf blower, bro.
That is not gonna work.
Oh, it's gonna make it worse.
Fire feeds on oxygen.
Yeah, but you blow out candles, you can get it out if it's. if
That's
you
a
have power-
candle, bro.
Yeah. He's over here. The house is on fire. He's like, grab the leaf blower.
You gonna blow the.
Get the hose.
But regardless, man, and not only that, there's people that are coming in and they're trying to buy the property. They're trying to buy the property in Hawaii that's already damaged.
Okay,
and
but,
and
yeah.
even the state of Hawaii is saying, hey, they want to do a land swap, and you can even look this up, bro. They want to do a land swap where, since your house got burnt and it's to the ground, we'll give you a piece of property on the big island, and then we'll take your property here. Like
But
they're trying to make this a resort town, dude. Like I'm telling, like
So
I
what's
am-
on the big? So what's okay? If you agreed to that,
mhm.
then what's the downsides of having your property on the Big Island?
It's like living in New York City, bro. It's like the Big Island is like it's overpopulated. It's
Also, you got to deal
big.
with that.
It's a big tourist town. When this place is like
More peaceful.
more peaceful. Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
But that big 150-year-old tree that got burnt. Did you see that? It's already growing sprouts again.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Cheers to that, bro.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to oxygen, water, and all the other shit we get for free, and the government charges us for.
It's true.
But that's amazing, bro. I saw a photo the other day of a tree that grew into a stop sign. Like, you know how the stop signs got like
Like the tree vines grew like around or stuff.
even crazier. So like the stop sign itself, like some of them are like hollow rectangles, right? They're not just like a piece of metal sitting up. It's like a square. It's like a straw almost. That, and then they've got, you know, where you can put the bolts in anywhere on the.
Okay.
So the tree grew in, so basically into the straw. It grew all the way up and then out the back of the stop sign. And it's
Wow.
crazy, bro. It's
That's
like
nature.
yeah, man. Like it finds its way to grow, bro. Like, you know, like even the flowers, man. They find a way to grow in between the
Well, like that's
the
what
hot concrete.
that's what they say. Like, if hypothetically, you know what I'm saying, civilization ended, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like all the buildings, you know what I'm saying, we'll start in New York. So if the Empire State Building, all that, you know, all those buildings, we ain't here no more. Knock on wood. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, like the only thing that's gonna happen is like just
Nature,
grass is
yeah.
gonna grow in the buildings,
Yeah.
like vines,
Nature will
trees.
take over,
Yeah,
yeah.
nature just takes over like it always does. I mean, it was here before we was here.
Yeah.
So
I honestly think that we should actually like put nature more into our city life and have us and have a way for them to like to have the cities maintained more, because I'm here for the
I
plants.
feel like
bro.
I feel like we doing it, but it's just
There
like
is
it's
to
a,
a degree,
it's a
but like
process
there
to
is
it or something.
a concrete jungle aspect
Yeah.
to a lot of like college campus, like in KU they call that a concrete jungle, if you will, because it's all concrete. Like the walls are concrete. There's not, they added plants and stuff. There's
I just saw that yesterday. Kale, or maybe 2 days ago, Kale and I drove through NKU. She's never been there, and like we were going to pick up some food over there, and I was like, let me show you where like the Jack Harlow concert's going to be. And like ton of plants, bro. Like I was super impressed because like it literally was a concrete jungle when we went there.
Yes, yeah, it was. That's what they called it.
Yeah.
I remember like there was like that was their like calling card, which I thought was weird. Like I don't know, maybe the jungle close to
Some
the Bengals.
ugly ass like green taupe style walls in the
Yeah.
hallways, bro.
Dude, yeah.
They say taupe is very soothing. Nah, bro.
Nah, bro. Soothing for the educational purposes. Here for like scholars.
But yeah, man, we got to bring that hypercolor back, dude. We gotta relaunch it.
Oh,
I think sweatshirts will be a perfect way to do it, because they really didn't drop sweatshirts back then because they harness so much of that dye. It just costs too much, but got to pay to play, man.
Gotta pay to play.
And,
So you
and,
ain't gotta
people are willing to pay to wear something exclusive or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So like you ain't got to worry about like the other people that had that.
So this is how it breaks down. The patent, the difference between a patent and a trademark is a trademark is something that like you trademark a name or something like that. A patent is you're patenting not a technology but a process. Right, so the hypercolor was a process. What they would do is they would take a white shirt, they would dye it yellow, wash it and dry it, and then they would dye it blue once it was yellow with Luco dye. And Luco dye just turns clear at 82 degrees. So you would dye it blue, and then that yellow over blue would make the shirt green. And so when that top layer got hot at 82 degrees, it would just disappear, and it would just be a yellow shirt underneath. So that was the patent. Now what the government does is they give you like a 20-year head start. So you can patent something, and then they go, okay, it's yours for 20 years. After 20 years, then the patent is washed, and then anybody can create it. So they give you a 20-year head start on creating this product. But after that, anybody can use it. So the patent anybody can do. Anybody can do the hypercolor clothing,
Yeah.
but the name hypercolor is the trademark. And
Oh, just change the name.
right, so I had Touch Me Tees is what I relaunched it as. Yeah,
Touch
and
Me
it did really well. But you know, hypercolor, the name, like you don't need to explain it to anybody. Like you know, it half the world knows what it is, and the other half is it needs one Google search.
What's another word that's go get the same energy as hyper, but without saying hyper?
Right. Well, so I tried it. I tried trademarking hypercolor with no vowels, just HYPRCLR, and I submitted it as hyperclear. That was my clothing line that I wanted to call it, and they hit it back and said nope, it's too similar to hypercolor.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is there another word like instead of using hyper at all? You feel me? Like another word that
Probably not
same
because
energy as hyper, but
because
like,
when we got the trademark to hypercolor, we sent a cease and desist to Nike for using hyper dunks. We sent the cease and desist to
I'm saying like replace the word hyper.
right, but then
It's got to be a word.
Touch Me Color. You know what I mean?
That-
Like
even
they're,
if it's like, you feel me?
yeah, no, I see what you're saying, but unless you're gonna hit it like right on the
Yeah,
head,
you'd be pretty close.
it's not
Oh,
There's
gonna.
okay.
no nostalgia to that. Nostalgia isn't created. Nostalgia is there.
Yeah, I get it.
It's not created. You can't create nostalgia. You can create the feeling of nostalgia, and that's that's where you're at. But
Yeah.
creating a similarity is not going to work. But it's also, I think it would cheapen the next time you try to release something else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to think about your long play by not wanting to cheapen your next product by doing an off-market version of
Hypercolor.
yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
But I see where
Trust me, bro,
Hyperclear is a really good idea, actually.
Oh, with
I
no
like it.
vowels, yeah, it was genius.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. So
But if I had a good enough trademark or patent lawyer, which is one of the reasons why I want to get your guys on, we could sue them for the same thing that they sued me for, unfair competition, because what they said is, hey, we were bringing it back, and then we lost the trademark, so that and that's how they got it back. But they haven't tried to bring
Did
it back. They
anything
haven't
with
done
it.
anything.
So now time
I've
is
got
against their
the
side.
visual proof. I've got the T-shirts. I've got the website. I've got the actual like material itself, right? So I've got tangible evidence to show that yeah, I was bringing it back, and then they took it
Yeah.
and didn't do anything with it. So give it back to me, so we can run with this thing, because it's called trademark trolling, and it's illegal in law.
But you got to get it down. But if y'all got to go to court, you got to
It's
get it.
bro,
at
it's
home plate.
The worst part about the
Home
situation is it's a law firm that owns the trademark, so they've got all day, bro. They can send a rep to the courthouse and just say, hey, we need to prolong the case.
That's so
You know what I
fucking
mean?
shitty.
yeah.
So unless we can sneak in through the back door and sue them here in Ohio with a legit case, then they've got to start flying here to Ohio, and then we can start doing the same thing that they did to us.
That's crazy.
But on the opposite end of the sword there, they're a law firm, and they can probably get it pretty easily taken right back to New York to try to fight it.
Yeah, they're in
They ain't
upper
about
hand.
to do nothing with it. That's the whole point. Like
That's the whole point,
of
dude.
it. If you're not about to do nothing with it, what you just had,
Bro, trust me.
That's like all right. That's like I gotta like take it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta bring it to sports because that's the best way I can do it. It's like being on the street, right? You and your neighbors, right? You feel me? Let's say it's 5 houses. Every house got kids that play basketball, right? Then you got this one house. Now the basketballs that y'all play with, they all right, got them from Walmart, Kmart, Target, whatever, right? You got this one house. Dude don't never play basketball. He see y'all play basketball all the time. He don't ever step out and play with y'all. But he got the Wilson Evolution outdoor basketball.
Right.
Best grip, all that. You know what I'm saying? You ask him, can y'all borrow it to play 3-on-3? No.
Yeah.
But you're not using it.
But you're not using it. don't care. It's my basketball. But you're not. Okay. You feel me? That's what it sounds like to me.
You don't even have a basketball goal, sir.
don't even got a basketball hoop.
You know
You
what I
just
mean?
have
Like,
it.
and that's
Just
what it
got
is,
it.
and that's
What it sound like to
That's
me.
exactly because they don't have a clothing brand. You know what I mean? They don't have the basketball hoop. They don't like all they have is the name,
They
and
just
they're
got the
holding on to
yeah.
it. And it's a shame, bro, because there's a lot like we can hashtag hypercolor right now, and you'll see within the past 5 days. At least 5 to 10 people going, damn, where's hypercolor at? Does anybody remember hypercolor? Like, it's a reoccurring thing, bro, and it's a damn shame that the story's not out there because I legally owned it. Like, I'm legally the last guy to own hypercolor, and to try to bring it back, and it's just
They just gonna keep playing that same game with you.
You definitely, yeah,
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
Super crazy.
To me, the fact that they do this whole like the extra day thing is what's most fascinating. But the fascinating part is like they care so little and they want to make their money so they're trying to spread out so much until someone offers them money for it that they're willing to like. There was a loophole, and the fact that he was able to find that, even though I don't even know how he would.
it's crazy, bro. Like
How would he find that information that she
they
waits
literally
overnight? There's a
that-
timestamp, I guess.
So
Right?
and after it happened, I had a girl that came up to me who was going to school for law,
Mhm.
and the teacher actually brought up that exact scenario on the hypercolor trademark that we won because these people were lapsing overnight. Like they literally taught it in class, bro. Like how crazy is that?
That's wild.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I mean that's an unprecedented situation. I'm sure. I mean, at least for such a big entity of the 80s, 90s like
Yeah.
era, like it's a big entity. So even though it's gone from a lot of people's memory, like not memory, but like social media at least, it's not there. It's like an antique. It's just sitting on the shelf,
Mhm.
and you have to be there to know. If you know, you know. Obviously, you said anyone under under 30. You said
29,
29,
30.
30,
It's
yeah.
probably older than that now. Yeah, it's probably like 32, something
Yeah.
like that.
I remember. I mean, I had a wolf on a shirt that the shirt changed colors. I got it from Gatlinburg.
Right. Was it?
It-
Did the shirt change or did the colors of the wolf change?
The shirt was, if I put heat, it changes to a different color.
Oh, cool.
It was a hypercolor shirt.
Yeah.
I just didn't say hypercolor, or maybe
Yeah.
it said the tag. I don't remember, but I remember it was just a wolf that looked like it was howling.
Mhm.
I loved wolves. I still do, but like the wolf was on there, and I bought it in Gatlinburg, and it was in the store. I don't know how. I don't know if they I don't know what thing happened to get it in the Gatlinburg store, but it was definitely color changing.
Mhm.
I mean, it wouldn't fit me now as a small, but
Yeah.
I loved that shirt.
I did I did some shirts before. I did hypercolor shirts with color changing ink on top, and that was fucking impressive, dude.
You ever did hypercolor
Oh.
socks?
No,
That'd be sick.
no, that would be dope because it's like that wouldn't take up too much ink either.
Ooh, that'd
Yeah.
be cool.
But like we should
But your
start
feet
experimenting
are
with
hot because your
Not
heat
bad.
go out of your. They go out. That's why, like, when you put your foot outside under the blankets and you go out, it releases all that heat.
I'm thinking like for the hoopers, cause
Yeah.
I know they love wearing crew socks.
Oh, for sure.
So
No,
if you get like
dude.
a hypercolored
Yeah.
crew sock,
it. Yeah.
they start sweating. They go sweat. They run in, jump, and all that. The sock's one color. They start sweating. It's another color. That's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's sweet.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do with it too, man. And then obviously, like the sweatshirt that you're wearing, it would take a lot more for it to change too. So it would be a deeper change because of all the ink
Yeah.
that the hoodie's
Yeah,
holding.
it would be more.
Oh, yeah.
It would be more significant once you got there.
Yeah.
Yep, that's cool. I think that's the way to go. Sweatshirts, make it like a Christmas drop kind of thing, and
Ooh.
kind of go right there. But man, the fact that hypercolor has such a ring to so many people, and that word is not being posted anywhere because they're not using it. It's not being the social media.
Well, that's- and that's
is there an Instagram for it?
Mm-mm.
For that?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. no.
No, I've got an Instagram. I've got a hypercolor Instagram.
I'm trying to tell you, it's untapped. Ain't nobody thinking about it.
Yeah, but here's the crazy thing, bro. So like whatever you were just
I said
saying.
Instagram. Sorry.
I was right before it.
Before that.
I said, is that word being used on social media? The word's not being used because it's just like it's so significant of a word. It's like a word of like you said, $53 million for a word,
That
basically.
was before social media.
Before
too, so
social
it would double.
media.
It would like
Crazy.
literally if you
Oh,
if
dude,
you put like together right
200
content,
million.
it would double.
triple.
Triple. Yeah.
Social
Yeah, triple.
media is
Bro,
cool. It's such a fast pace.
Especially if you can get those color changing shirts on the TikTok, bro,
That's what
and
I'm
then dropped it
saying.
that way.
Yeah, you put like some kind of dance or song to it too. You make a hypercolor jingle type thing. And you
Or
have,
maybe a fitness
bro,
video.
fitness stuff. Dude, the possibilities are literally endless,
Endless.
and it's just sitting in books, law firm's drawer for them to. They're not lapsing on anymore, are they? They're probably doing it a day early.
Oh, I'm sure they are. Yeah,
They're probably doing it a day early now, or they have to wait till the end. You can't do it early, can you?
you can do it early.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then there you go. They're definitely doing a day early, not a
And
day
we
late.
always come up with the craziest ideas.
Yeah.
I always notice that.
Dude,
Feel me?
just think about it.
Alright.
Just think about how you would do it if it was you. You get an opportunity, and if you really do get that chance, knock it out of the park, bro.
Yeah.
And I think a hyper clear is cool.
What if?
Hypo clear.
Hypo.
Well, so the yeah, I guess you can do that too. Because
Hypo color.
Well,
Eventually.
what I was doing was it was at the time where like I guess like maybe 6 or 7 years ago there was a lot of companies that started to take out like all the vowels out of their words just to make it look like
Yeah.
market MRKT. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there were things that would do that. And so I was like, all right, well if I took out the vowels, it still reads hypercolor. Especially if it's on a color changing shirt. But
Yeah.
but if I name it hyperclear, you know what I mean? It's a totally different name. But you know, they weren't having it. And I
They knew you were trying to get
well, and
one
that's the
over.
thing. If I would have submitted it through, and this is a little bit of knowledge. So if you guys want to trademark something, you can always do it yourself. It costs about $375. You can go to LegalZoom, which is Robert Shapiro's website, and you can file stuff through there, or you can just go straight to like the USTPO.gov, United States Patent and Trademark
You can actually
Office.
do it really cheap if you do all the paperwork and work yourself. You can get a trademark.
$375.
$375 for the to even submit the paperwork.
Yeah.
Right. If you were to use someone else, it's going to cost you.
Is trademarking the same as getting something copyrighted? Or is it like a little bit different?
Yeah, I think copywriting is more of like a paragraph, a sentence, a phrase.
My fault.
No, you're good. You're
That's
good.
I'm just
Copyright, like trademarking is like trademarking a logo. Copyright is like a phrase.
Phrase. Okay, I got
You know what I mean? Like, but you can trademark a phrase too. But like that's hot.
But like for logos
Paris
and
Hilton
stuff you wanna
trademarked
get.
that's hot, which is wild to think that happened in history of time. But
Right.
outside of that, like they are different, but they are kind of the same thing in the idea sense of what we're talking about
Yeah.
in this current.
I was
But
just
but
trying
they are different. I just think to me, if you're going like, because you can do like ways to like do the what's the terminology when you like the poor man's
Poor man's patent.
exactly that kind of a thing where you do that like when you get your name on the books basically because you mail yourself in, which is how we originally did the Ocean Grid. That was our first one, and then I got it right. I got it done properly, but like at first I found out how to do it. And, you
Hey,
know,
if you don't have any money to trademark anything, the smartest thing to do is to take all of your ideas, put it into an envelope, photos of your idea, drawings of your logo, the date and time, put that on there as well, and then what'll happen is put it in an envelope and mail it to yourself. So now once you close the envelope, put it in the mail, it's going to be government stamped, where it's going to say, delivered to blah blah blah, but it's going to have a date and time on it. Keep that envelope closed. Don't ever open it up. Just when it gets sent back to you, just hang on to it. And then if anyone ever infringes on your trademark, that at least has a government stamp saying, hey, this was my idea back in October 17th, 1997. I sent this in the mail and got it sent back to me. So now in court, you guys can open it up and see that these are my ideas that have been sealed for 20 years, right? Or whatever it was, 10 years, 5 years, 2 years. It doesn't matter. As long as you've got proof and it's sealed and it's stamped by the actual government for free, bro. For $2, whatever it costs to ship an envelope. But that's something that it's at the very minimum that's smart to do. It's
Because you just never know.
you never know.
It's real out here.
Yeah.
It is. And we're not-
I saw you out there
It's
getting
real,
hype, bro.
man.
Hey, you're on camera, bro. What's up? How'd it go? How'd it go?
It went great. This was perfect. This is exactly what we were looking for.
Yeah, bro.
We're talking 90s right now too. It's fun.
That's crazy.
Yeah, literally.
Let me
Came in at the right time.
let me see
man.
the magazine real quick.
Oh yeah.
Just the top ones.
Top one.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys old school Jay Banks, bro. I've been through it.
Let's see.
Crystal Pepsi, look at that. There it is, right there. Hypercolor clothing, bro.
Let me see.
From February to May of 1991, some 50 million garments that change colors with temperature were sold.
Yeah.
What?
Right, and that they use my my shirt right there on that design.
That's your actual shirt right
That's
there?
my actual
Let me
shirt.
see that, man.
Nice.
And so I called him about it. Oh yeah, there you go. All right, everybody, check this out. This is Remembering the 90s.
Is that Jennifer Aniston?
Show is, bro.
I don't know.
And then right here we've got
the J Banks special.
right by the clear Pepsi. You know how we roll, bro.
OG shit.
So they got the my hypercolor shirt right there. And they even told me, bro, that they were like, yeah, we bought it off of fab.com.
Oh, nice.
So,
Bro.
and then that other magazine, I don't know if the page fell out of this or not, bro.
In one of them, there was a loose page. It should still be in there.
I thought it was page 68.
Yeah, I didn't know, like, as far as, like, the trademarking, it was, like, it's that deep.
Yeah,
Like-
man. Yeah, and and I learned 10 years of knowledge, bro, in 2 months dealing with all that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might have fallen out of this one, bro. I've got it over there. It's framed like right in front of, like on the black table there. The little picture of Mario Lopez. But yeah, so then also in the Jennifer Aniston, Jesus Christ,
It's Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie's OK magazine. I'm actually in this one as well as clothing line that the A-listers are loving.
That's
That's
fire,
wild.
bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's fire.
For sure.
And then it was stolen away, and now I'm back on the grind, bro. With my 6 shooters like Yosemite Sam, just trying to fucking. Yo,
Hey,
what's up with these
man.
Bengals, bro?
Hey, it was good to see a win, bro. That's all I gotta say, man. Hey,
Right.
it had me feeling good about the season. I never give up hope, but I just get annoyed as a fan because,
Yeah.
like, consistent
Yeah,
theme of starting slow is like it gets old, but I never lose faith. You know what I'm saying? So
for sure, bro.
yeah, I think we'll be good, bro. Only thing I'm worried about is just Joe Burrow's leg. I hope they rest him up maybe in the next couple games a little bit so he can heal.
I think he needs he's gonna get. Well, it's a short week.
It's a short week, so that's what I'm saying.
It's
I
a
hope
little
they just
tough.
game plan around him not being very active.
Yeah, I think they just need to keep, doubling down on the running game, man.
I mean, they did exactly what we were talking about. I mean, it's not like we're fucking ESPN announcers. It doesn't take a genius to know that if you only got 3 seconds to throw the ball, you need to start running it. If he can't put pressure on that back calf, it ain't gonna.
Yeah, he can't. I mean, he can't move very. Anyway,
I mean,
he's
I got to be honest, man. Like I really think I like watching the games better at home, just because you really can't see everything that happens, man. You know what I mean? And like,
you be missing stuff at the bars, like
yeah,
God.
bro. Like
Well, he was at the game, weren't you?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was at the game, but it's like also like when they were showing the highlights, it's like I love hearing the announcers, bro. Like on
Yeah.
like just talking about the entire game.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I like that background sound, but
Yeah,
you know,
I like
and then
to watch the dynamic of what's
Yeah.
happening, like from my angle.
yeah, bro. And then
I like to watch
replays.
the-
I'm turning around every 30 seconds to watch the jumbotron just to see replays where like when Joe Burrow got sacked, bro. Like I mean he got hit a couple times, but there was one where I was like, he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's dead. He's not getting up. Like, holy shit, man.
the hits probably look way harder there too in
Facts.
person though.
Oh man, like
You know
that
what I mean?
that,
Like
that
on TV,
one
they
was.
look light. You know,
But
you
nah,
know,
yeah,
get
when it's in
slammed.
person.
You're like, nah, you're hitting. You're squad. Hey, nice.
Well, I think my friends are trying to signal me. They trying to get some food.
Yes, sir. All right, big dog. It was
Man.
good.
Bro.
seeing
Real
you.
legend, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
Always appreciate the love.
Yes, sir.
It's always love,
Bro.
Andrew.
Dude.
I can't wait to see you on TRL, bro.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey,
Oh,
this
yes.
video is dropping soon. Hopefully by this Friday, I'll be running and gunning. The deadline sometimes I
Bro.
always get met. But
Yeah,
hey,
yup.
Bella Hadid dropping soon. Ray John, No Rest for the Wicked. That's out
Hey,
on all platforms.
and I'm gonna reach out to you soon. I'm working on something. We'll talk here soon.
yeah,
too.
and we need another merch drop with Native. So
Yeah,
that's all I'm
bro.
gonna say. We got
Let's
some
go,
shit cooking.
bro.
Coming, some shit cooking up. So let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bro.
What's up,
TV
bro?
shows in the building. It was good
Shows,
seeing you,
man.
brother. Love that dude, man.
Yeah, me too.
He's got so much energy. Like when he goes on stage, bro, it doesn't matter if there's
Sure.
3 people in the crowd or 300 people in the crowd. Like
Goes hard.
he puts out for whoever's there to see him. I mean, shit, bro. Did you see the video of him in the limo?
Yeah.
Like this is how smart this cat is, bro. So he did an album release party, right? And it was like, oh, come on down to whatever bar it was. And he's like, I rented a stretch limo, like an actual SUV limo.
Yeah.
And he kidnapped like everybody for an hour. So like they would hop in the limo and then he would make them listen to the entire album, right? And then go back to the bar and then pick up another 30 people, hop back in the limo and drive for an hour and listen to the entire album, then bring them back and then bring another 30 people in. So like he was like kidnapping these people and making them listen to his music for an hour on the limo, right? But he was
And
in
they,
there.
I'm pretty sure they was vibing in there.
Oh,
You feel me?
bro,
Yeah,
like-
they got drinks and
Yeah,
you know,
for
they
sure.
playing the album. Everybody having a good time.
Oh, bro,
So
it was
yeah.
such a good idea. And
Yeah,
then
that's-
he's
that's dope.
on the bus too, right? So he's basically performing the entire album right there for the 30 or 25 people that could fit in that bus,
That's
man.
crazy.
Yeah, it was super dope, man. Such a good idea,
Hell
bro.
yeah. That's,
No, yeah,
that's
he
dope.
crushes this, like the social media game and how he like markets himself. Dude, he's one of the top I've seen in the city. Be it as active as he is, and he does everything's party vibes, but he's still like.
I wanted to
he's
talk to him
really-
about his trip, man.
I remember when we
Me
had
too.
the,
I want him to be on.
I
want him
remember
to-
when we had the pop up. You did the pop up shop at Madison. You feel me? This was like during the summertime.
Oh yeah,
And he performed there.
yeah, bro.
Yeah, he turned it up there. Yeah, that's dope, man.
Yeah, he's got a very Travis Scott vibe to him for sure,
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
for sure. Yeah.
But these Bengals, bro, how are you feeling about yesterday's game? Monday night football. You know, we were worried about Joe Burrow because we knew he was going to play, only because of the fact that being an athlete growing up, being in the spotlight on a Monday night game, like you don't want to sit on the bench and you don't want anyone else to take your position. You know, especially when you're 0-2 like that. You know what I mean? Like, and I think they did it right, man. A lot of the running games, a lot of short passes, you know, and any ball over 25 yards, it seems like he was
Pushing it.
going to get one of these receivers hurt, bro.
Yeah, definitely thrown out in the flat. Honestly, my first thoughts. Probably the most needed win I've seen us have to have in a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So really happy we walked away with it. Pre-game, we were talking. We didn't get a chance to podcast, but my score was 20 to 16. That was my prediction on it, and it went to 19-16, which is pretty close, which was dope. And I was like talking to a buddy who we were watching the game, and I was like, I was like, I think we're gonna get Mixon. Mixon needs to get involved. He's gonna get a touchdown. And I thought, I thought for sure Chase was gonna get in the end zone, but he did get 12 targets for like 140 something.
141. Yeah.
141. Yeah. So, like that's a great day. That's top tier in the NFL type work. So, and Mixon got in the end zone.
I think
which
they
is
said that
nice.
was a record, wasn't it? They said it was a record.
For I think for us on a Monday. It's not. I think Monday night, but like they've
we're
had more-
6-0 on Monday night games.
yeah, with white helmet,
That's crazy.
wild. But that's
Let's
the
keep
thing.
playing in them.
We needed Mixon to break through here because a lot of people are getting a little tiresome of them not using the run game how they should, and the coaching was great too. Like Zach Taylor did a timeout before the Rams were able to do
Mhm.
a catch him off guard with a basically misplay, if you will. I don't think they were lined up correctly, so Matt Stafford was going to totally take advantage, and he did.
Yeah.
He would have scored a touchdown, but Zach Taylor called that timeout. That's probably one of the best coaching moves of the season for any team.
Yeah.
Just because of the height of the game and the situational
Shit,
football.
how close they were to the end zone.
Yeah.
They were,
He-
like 30 yards away, maybe 40 yards away.
Oh, less.
Oh, all right.
And he
'Cause
tried to,
he
try
got
to catch
he
the
got a
Bengals
touchdown.
slipping.
Yeah. So there's like a replay of him like running down the sidelines and time out to the ref, and like that's good on Zach. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because we're like the national like coverage is still unsure about Zach Taylor.
Mhm.
You know, like the national people that don't care for or against the Bengals are just they're not sure about Zach Taylor if he's doing great because Burrow's so great and they're such a great squad. You could put someone else in, they would do extremely
Right.
great, or give Zach Taylor time because he worked with Sean McVay and he's a part of the Sean McVay coaching tree. So he's gotten opportunities in the biggest moments, with the Rams and one of the Super Bowl. So like he's already been there. So
You see Sean McVay get clipped by one of those players.
I didn't see that.
Oh, it was great, dude. He got
I
it
didn't
was
see
right
that.
on the chin too. Like he was walking over as one of the players was running onto the field, and his shoulder pad clipped him right in the chin, bro. Like to the point where like his headset went flying, and his slow motion face was like. It was. I'll show it to you. It was
Yeah,
good.
to show me how. Yeah, I mean, Sean McVay is one of the best coaches we have in the league. So he's so good, he could retire now, and he's probably going to be a Hall of Fame type coach situation. How good he is and how fast he's one of the youngest head coaches to ever get the position.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
He's still young.
He's still young. Like I've talked about on podcasts and with people before, but when people are always so worried about like rushing to get to a certain point, like they're like, oh, I'm 23, I should be this far. I'm 30, I should be this far. Whatever. You don't become ready to be an NFL head coach, one of the top positions and jobs in the world, until you're at least 45.
Yeah.
There's no age restriction, but you're not ripe enough. You're not ready until you're 45 and on. That's wild for a position. So you're never like people that are worried about the timing. Like our age is like we're still, I'm like 10, but you're like it's still time until you even get a chance to start that position. Look how old Bill Belichick is. These coaches are old, man.
How
and
old is Bill Belichick?
getting old, man. He's
Bro, that challenge flag last week was
Oh, that
hilarious.
shit, bro. He threw it right by the ref. That was, yeah. Bro,
Yeah, that shit
funny.
was funny, bro.
Yeah, I
Let's
saw that.
speaking of the Patriots, let's talk about how dirty Mac Jones is.
Oh man, come
What
on,
was
man.
that whole situation?
I didn't get to see the
Come
game.
on, bro. We can't do that.
Dude,
I'm gonna go grab my phone real quick.
bro, you can. What is
I
he
saw
doing?
that.
That's the second time he's done some weird shit like that. He like grabbed Sauce in the crotch. Oh, really? Yeah, and pushed on it. And Sauce pushed like tried to fight him almost.
The funniest
It was
thing
wild.
about,
I can't believe he did that. I was like,
The
what?
funniest thing about football is like you never know. Like no one never knows what is being said down there in the in the trenches on the field. Like you
so
know,
you're
what I'm
saying
like,
Mac Jones is reacting to Sauce Gardner probably talking shit. So
I feel like a lot of people probably talk shit to Mac Jones, and
Sure.
Mac Jones
So
like.
so Mac Jones is punching people into the male private parts. I mean, come on, dude. Nah.
I'm not, okay, hold on.
You don't play that game, bro.
Don't put him boss me in like that. What I'm saying is,
Not
I feel
boxing
like
you, I'm saying
I'm
he
saying-
shouldn't be doing that shit.
no,
I'm not saying you.
I'm not. You feel me? I ain't saying you should be doing
that's
that.
dirty play. That's dirty playing in football. We don't dirty play. I don't care what you're doing. Don't dirty play, bro. play a quarterback position, be a leader, and leave it at that. And that's what I got to say. Anyways, sorry.
All right. So he used his hand.
Yeah.
Okay,
Watch the
pause.
video, bro.
So
Watch it.
That's big pause.
Every news
Big
station covered it
pause from
today.
the- from the
ESPN
very
covered it.
beginning.
Fox covered it today. They all covered it. Watch it. Look online. You can
Yeah,
find
okay.
it.
He used his hand, so that's
Uh-huh.
all right, that's violation number 1. That's pause. All
I'm
right,
just saying.
second-
That's what I wouldn't
second
bring it
of
up
all-
if it weren't so like little like it needs. This is. We have mentioned Bill Belichick and then Patriots, but here
Is he the Grayson Allen
that's what they were
of
saying.
football?
They said that two networks said the same thing today. He's people are calling him the Grayson Allen of football.
I think it might be working in reverse though, because I feel like Mac Jones is the type of dude. I feel like he get bullied a lot,
Oh, I mean, I
and
can
I
see
feel
that.
like that. You feel me? When he retaliated, it's something like that, like him, because he used his hand against the crotch. Sorry, pause. But like Grayson Allen, his was a little different. Now Grayson, he's just kind of like dirty. He'll stick his foot out, trip you, fall on your face.
Yeah,
You feel me? His situation, I feel like, I think it could be probably put in the same spectrum, but they work in reverse. Like Mac Jones, he probably just get bullied. He get tired of getting bullied. He did something. He just happened to do it kind of the wrong way. Get what I'm saying?
yeah.
And then I feel like Grayson, he's just like a villain with it. He tripping
Yeah.
people.
Dude, he trips a
You feel
lot.
me?
He does a
Yeah.
lot. He does that like he puts his leg and he tangles it up
Yeah.
under the basket on purpose. Like, and he does it a lot. Like, why are you tangling? Like, that's gonna hurt a tall dude.
That'd hurt
like,
anybody.
Well,
But especially
mostly
a tall dude,
because
yeah.
that's a higher. They fall
Yeah.
from higher. You know what I mean? The just
Yeah.
bigger they are, the harder they fall. So
Mhm.
like he's tangling up at the bottom on purpose. That's dirty, bro. That's just not how you should play basketball. And football, you need to keep your any body parts away from,
Yeah, come on, man.
another man's private area. It's just to me it's just really wrong, man. Just play the sport, be good at the sport. If you're not good enough at it,
So what? He got sacked or something? Like what was going on?
the play before, yeah, I think so, or he was knocked to the ground.
Yo, it was definitely some.
But it was either way, like
it was some trash talk going on.
something happened. But
Yeah.
it's definitely all out on the internet. You can check, you can watch the video. I just don't understand. But back to the Bengals.
You never know what they saying on that football.
You
field.
don't know what they're saying.
Basketball, you can kind of like, because when they
Yeah.
zoom in, you can read their mouth, and we know certain the way
People say,
certain, you feel me, how they move their lips. You know what words are being said. With football, they got helmets on.
yeah,
You
don't
never know really what they saying for
You
real,
don't
for
know,
real.
for real, for real. I know, I agree.
And then you got the linemen. Imagine what the linemen say to each other. They going against each other every snap.
The line, yeah.
Every snap. I know they be talking trash to each other. I ain't no way. Ain't
Oh,
no
the line-
way.
oh, yeah.
Every snap, and they do what they got to do, and don't nobody say nothing. Somebody say something.
Somebody better.
It's
say-
probably funny too. They probably like. It's probably a little bit of mix of cracking jokes and then like shit talking at the same time.
Here's some NFL news. Colin Kaepernick wrote a letter to the general
yeah.
manager of the New York Jets asking to sign him to the practice squad.
Yeah, he want to get on
Colin
the field.
Kaepernick deserves the opportunity, in my
Yeah.
personal opinion.
He want to get on the field
100%.
bad.
I
man.
think he's athletic enough still. I think he still has the arm. I still think because they do the videos and they don't think he is there, but I don't think it's that he can't play football. I think so much baggage comes with him when he gets on signs to your team that I think any owner wants to deal with.
it's only baggage if the media do it like that.
That's what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Why would they
but
not?
that happened so many.
It's the New York Jets.
That happened so long ago. So it's
Oh, it
like
doesn't
at this
matter.
point, I know it don't matter when it comes to the media. It don't matter. They
You know
gonna
how many
bring it up.
people write to the New York Jets that they'd like to be a part of the practice squad? Do you know how many?
Yeah.
And he got to cover it. He got TMZ just covering that.
Because
They should just do an
just
open
saying.
tryout like
To replace Zach Wilson because he's that bad.
who did that? The Eagles. Eagles did that like
Oh yeah.
30 years ago.
Yeah, they do open tryouts. They give him a chance to see what talent's out there.
No,
See if-
I'm talking about that Mark Wahlberg movie,
oh.
Unforgettable or something. I don't know.
But they do like they find talent out there. There's people out there on the street that they may not have gone through the traditional system. I mean, especially basketball does tryout stuff like that.
yeah,
but like
yeah, you
football does have they see how fast people are and they submit them to the they submit them to the different meets and stuff and they get opportunities. There's guys that have made it. I remember Who was it? Played for the Broncos, and then he went somewhere else. But he was pretty much off the street. He got an opportunity, and he made the most of it. Like, there's opportunity. It's just
It's hard doing
hard, bro.
football than
Hard.
basketball.
To be in the football shape is so
I feel
incredibly
like
hard.
like basketball, like boxing, you can do that.
Sure.
Especially like
Yeah.
boxing, or maybe like UFC. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
it's you feel me? I feel like it's a little bit more easier.
I mean,
Football,
those are individuals
I don't
that
know, football seems like it's harder to do it like that. Coming
To-
off the street.
come off the street and have to just, but you show your talent, and then they put you in pads. You don't get to put pads on first. You show how fast you are, how you're 40, how high you jump. You know,
And then even off that, it's like
how your
even if
hands
they come
are.
off the street,
how
most
much
of them guys
football know.
probably played football somewhere in their
Yep.
past.
Yeah.
Whether it was high school.
No, they've
or
played the
junior
pass, but
JUCO
they.
or
When
something.
I say come off the street, I mean, you're not coming from an NCAA program.
Yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
not coming from any kind of like.
we got to clear it up for the ones that you know what I'm saying who might be listening. They
Okay, if you don't
they
know,
might
it,
take
off
it too
the,
literal. That's
coming
why I
off the
had to-
street,
you
you're
feel
not.
me?
They're not coming out.
They
They're
ain't
not.
as packaged.
They're not homeless.
Yeah, like
That's not what I'm
they
saying.
could- you feel me? You know, some
Yeah.
people, somebody in the world go take it too literal. They
Yes,
were like,
they're
"What?
not homeless.
Off the street?"
They're coming
Like,
from their house. They played maybe
Yeah,
in
man, 'cause-
college, and they took 3 years off, and they're not coming out of the NCAA
Yeah.
draft system. Is what I'm saying. If I'm
Yeah.
saying coming off the
They could
street,
be
so
thinking-
they might have been out of the. They might have been out. They might have played junior college ball.
JUCO.
Yeah, they might have played junior college ball for 2 years, but they were the stud.
Maybe
but
a
when-
little semi-pro.
yeah, but they smoked a lot of weed, so they couldn't do shit. Then they clean their shit up, and then they see a tryout for the Bengals,
Yeah.
and then it happens in Dayton, Ohio, and they go in front of scouts, and scouts like, hey, you're really good, man. We'd love to put you for the practice squad to see some kickoff returns. And then you get a couple of practice squad practices on the kickoff return team. You put the ball into the end zone on the kickoff team, and then before you know, you get a call up to the 53-man roster to do preseason. Can we give you a chance at the preseason? You do 2 good kickoffs in the preseason, and also, you know what? We'd like to put you in slot receiver and kickoff return. Slot receiver 10% of the time, kickoff return 80% of the time, 10% we'll put someone else in, and then you get your chance.
I hope EA Sports is listening so they could put this on Madden and make it a story mode.
That'd be
I'm just-
dope.
I'm just saying the process.
Story
that
modes
would
be dope,
happen.
bro.
No, it was the way you
It's just-
described it though, and then now it's like you feel me.
Yeah,
Be sweet if it was like on Madden.
Look,
you get to
check-
pick your position, and then like they do it like that.
but
Check-
that's off the street. They're not homeless. People always think, oh, he's just in bags. He's just here. No, he like trained.
Like he came
He's just
out his
not out
mama
of the
basement
NCAA.
trying to play football.
takes from the NCAA, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's why the system's changing. Alabama's not on top anymore. They're
Oh, why you had to do that?
12. Sorry, I saw it
You
I saw
come
it
on,
today.
man. Why you had
I'm
to do that
sorry.
shit?
Oh, but Oregon,
we beat Ole Miss, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? We straight,
Oregon
you know
just
what I'm
crushed Colorado.
saying? That was expected, but
You expected that? That level? It was
Listen,
35
I got-
nothing, bro.
all right, so like
Tell me that was
I don't see
prime
like
time.
we love
Neon
Colorado
Dion.
because they the underdogs, and it's like the passion and
It's passions there. Neon prime
But
time,
with
bro.
that being said, it's not like if it's not like anyone ever looked at Colorado playing this whole season going undefeated. Let's keep it real. Like, you feel me? We expect they go lose games. This is one of them. Maybe they ain't
No,
expect for
man,
them
you don't
to-
believe.
No, I mean,
You don't
I
believe, bro.
I believe, bro. But it's sometimes things just out of your
You're funny.
sometimes things just out of your control, bro. Like they was 1-11 last
Maybe
year,
he'll
bro.
come on the podcast now.
What's that?
Maybe he'll come on the podcast now.
Yeah.
You don't believe? I'll be on there. I'll show you how to believe. I'll show you how to believe.
Bro, I want to talk to Dion about him just riding around on that golf cart, trying not to get arrested at the Reds Stadium.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, bro. Oh, Neon Dion.
Yeah.
Bro, speaking of like Madden and all that shit,
Yeah.
I was trying to recreate some funky logos today, and like I loved this video game when I was a kid called Mutant Football League, and it was a game for like the Sega Genesis, and it was basically like all like mutants that were playing, and but there were tricks and bombs and traps that you can do in the game, where like instead of throwing a football, you can trick it where it's a bomb, so you're throwing it, and then hopefully somebody like intercepts it, and when they catch it, they'll blow up, and there'll be a big hole in the ground. So like if anybody like runs over that area, they fall off the earth as well.
What?
But
Yeah, I remember.
so Mutant Football League's got a new game out and they replicated basically like all the NFL teams and the players, bro. So the Mutant Football League has, or Mutant League Football.
Doesn't it play like Blitz?
Yeah,
Blitz
it's
was
pretty
so
much
live.
it's pretty much the original Blitz. Like it was before Blitz came out. Like that's how it is. It's very like a fire stream coming off the football, just like Blitz is.
Yeah.
But the Bengals are called the Cincinnati
Nasty.
Mangles, and I was trying to pull up the players' names because it's like
Nasty Bengals.
yeah, bro. Joe's in it.
Burrow,
Joe Burrow's in it, but his name is
Mr. Freeze,
something Shiesty.
Joe
Yeah.
Shiesty, Joe Burrow,
Joe Shiesty.
Joe Shiesty, Joey franchise. He now has franchise money, so I'm really I was impressed that he went on that field. I didn't think it was a good idea to put him on the field, but it's his decision too if he's feeling up for it. Even though you should stand in their way sometimes, but if he felt the need and he did, but he couldn't run. But
feel
Bro,
like if he
Bro
was-
Shiesty is his name
Bro
on the
Shiesty.
game.
Bro Shiesty.
And then there's Joe Stickson. And then there's
Joe Mixon.
Slay Bendrickson
Okay.
and Bizarre Ace,
Bizarre Ace.
Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase.
Bizarre
How
Ace.
fucking cool is that, bro? Like I've got to recreate this T-shirt
That's
and
amazing.
have all those guys on there,
This where can we get this game?
bro. The graphics are insane, bro.
And what system is it on?
I don't know if it's a PS4, PS5. Let me see in stock.
Do they
It's
have
probably
do they have an
P5. It's
app?
probably P5.
Do they have it on your phone ever?
Or
That'd
it might
sick.
be. Yeah, it might be on the phone or something.
Probably.
I mean, anything's possible. So I'm here for it. I used to play Blitz. Blitz is how they like brought
Blitz.
that style of game to the masses.
I
Yeah.
really so Jesse Blaine was trying to get me to buy a Blitz arcade unit for the store, and he was like, "Look, dude, like this guy is he's such a smart individual. He's always looking outside the box and figuring out ways to make quarters into dollars." And he was like, "Bro, you should really get that Blitz game," and I'm like, "Yeah, but like it doesn't take quarters and." The problem is there'll be idiot kids here all day playing the thing,
Right.
and he's like, I get it, but he's like, this is the first like home entertainment arcade that's connected to the internet, so you could play other people across the nation in this game, so you can do tournaments there.
Like have it in here. Like where we go put it? Where would you? You know what I'm saying?
I would
what-
probably end up putting it where the mirror is, that the mirror with the white X.
Oh.
Like right there, but you know I like that clue though. So it's like everything in here was done strategically. So it's like how do we add something without removing something? Hard to do, bro. What do you do? You think a Blitz arcade unit would be dope here, or do you think we should just like because I built that MAME computer as well that has every video game that you could play.
What if you put it in a lab?
Definitely not.
That's a lot.
Them kids would definitely fuck that up.
I'm thinking.
Bro, I ain't know where you gonna be able to put it, bro. Cause even if you put it right there, then it's gonna be like a whole bunch of kids sitting right there, right where people gotta like.
Yeah. I mean, I like it, but
All right, so Andrew's about to watch the Mutant League football trailer. Bro, the graphics are so dope. That's even the same voice from Blitz.
yeah, this is definitely Blitz. Oh, they're moving just like Blitz. It's the same graphics.
Mm-hmm.
This was before Blitz though,
So this is the new version.
but the original was before Blitz.
Yeah, like the original one was from the Sega Genesis.
Oh, so it wasn't a Blitz style then.
No, it was then.
Back then.
Yeah.
Okay. They didn't adapt the Blitz later on. This is
Mhm.
cool.
No, I think
Blitz
he's.
playing style, like the.
I would assume that they're made by the same company because there's so much similarities. Either that or it's almost like a Streamlabs OBS thing where Blitz just stole Mutant League.
And they said we already have more money to start.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our investors are better than
Cincinnati
you.
Bengals.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, you can like rip people's heads off,
I
bro.
see.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And they've got crazy things too. So like you can do a trick play where up is down, left is right, right is left. You know what I mean? So like you won't even know until I hike the ball. As soon as I hike the ball, you're gonna be pressing down to try to tackle me. You're just gonna be running away because up is down, down is up, left
yeah.
is right, and right is left. But that's a trick play that I got. So all of a sudden you're like, oh shit. I'm trying to tackle you. I'm trying to run to the right,
But
but,
I'm running
it's
to the
running
left.
to the left
See, it's
until
like
you go
a-
to the left and run to the right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to like get your mind tricked.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But I'm sure there's a million more tricks in other scenarios on there that wasn't on the Sega Genesis in 1990.
This
you know.
look like
Wasn't there like a big helmet mode?
this look like
So
Blitz.
that's
Blitz.
probably Blitz and like NBA Jam. So NBA Jam, there was like Big Head. You can do all kind of stuff.
Bro,
in
this
that.
look like Blitz mixed with like some World of Warcraft.
Right?
It really does look like those characters do look like World of
Yeah,
Warcraft
one
characters.
dude, he got wings.
Oh
Like
yeah,
dragon wings or something.
that might be Bro Shiesty, bro. Yeah, that game, bro.
That's crazy.
We're gonna have to buy that or rent it or play it. You know, what'd be cool is to try to do some tournaments in here.
The
Oh, I
sense
told
of
you.
nasty mangoes.
Yeah. Bro Shiesty,
That's crazy.
back to drop.
Pro
Bizarre
Shice
Ace.
with a TD. Man. And you said it was Mixon's? Joe
Stickson.
Joe Stickson.
Styxon. Yeah. And then Slade Bendrickson.
Slade Bendrickson?
Yeah. Bro, Trey had a huge game. That defense, man, is coming in so crucial for the Bengals.
The Mutant Football League.
You know what I mean? Stopping,
The
bro.
defense is the defense is going to win this championship if we get a chance.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, being able to keep everybody down to a field goal, is crucial, bro. Especially when they've got that much momentum going into, getting the third down. Well, that was something else that was huge for us, bro. Was the third down conversions. Like that was something that was just. It almost seemed like it was unheard of because we're not so bad at converting third downs, but I feel like we lose the ball a lot
Yeah.
on third downs.
do.
And yesterday it
bad
just seemed
conversion
like
rate,
and it wasn't like it was 3rd and 1 where we just had to do a quarterback sneak or put Joe up the middle. Like it was like 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9. We were still converting on these things, man, which is like it's crucial when it comes down to that, man, because you can't 3 and outs are just you can't let
Demoralizing.
Right, bro, but not only that, the defense needs time to rest. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? If the defense is like, fuck, I was just out there, now I got to go back again. Like,
Yeah.
you don't think about
I just
things
got put
like
on
that.
oxygen.
Yeah, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I
I just sat down.
I would rather stayed in than come over here and sit down for
Yeah.
10 seconds and have to get back up.
Literally. Yeah.
That's probably what they like when that happens. That's probably what they actually be saying too on the sideline.
Like,
I bet,
Like
man.
a couple players, like, God damn, we
Yeah.
just out here, man. Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
that's why when they get off the field sometimes you see the defensive players go right to the bench right away and they sit down and they relax instantly because they could be back on there.
Oh yeah.
Their job at that point, because your entire job as a football player is to be ready when it's called upon. When your number's called upon, that's it. Like you may only get 3 plays the whole game. Like Taysom Hill for the New Orleans Saints,
Yep.
he has one of the most unique positions, period, because he plays quarterback, but he's a tight end, but he also plays running back. But his on fantasy football, he's a tight end,
That's crazy.
but he's a quarterback, but he also a running back. So any time they'd be like call Taysom Hill's number at any time.
What
To do it-
team does he play for?
The Saints, the New Orleans Saints. Yeah, he was played quarterback, but he won games for the Saints years back as a quarterback. But he signed as a tight end, but he also plays running back for him. He does everything. He's a white dude, really really fast, and but he always has to be ready, and he does not
needs
sure
to
when
get paid more.
he gets paid like a tight end, so he doesn't get great money. But they literally have. But he's on that squad and they use him for everything. He's like a Switch Army knife.
Yeah.
Switch Army knife, and he literally, dude, he has to be ready to play quarterback sometimes,
That's crazy.
and tight end. So you're gonna have to catch the ball and throw the ball today, and you might have to catch the ball, and we're gonna call your number to be a running back. So
Bruh.
instead of him throwing it, they catch the ball and he runs like Lamar Jackson. So he's like that, but he's not fast like Lamar Jackson. He doesn't have an arm like Derek Carr, and he's not a tight end like a Travis Kelce. He's like all three good, just not great. And but he's always has to be called upon. It's like the craziest situation. Can you imagine just being there and be like, Taysom, we need you here right now. You're about to be QB1 for 2 plays. Like, all right, but all the plays.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So speaking of Travis Kelce, man, do you think that the Taylor Swift
Oh.
thing?
Oh, I knew it was
Do you think it's gonna have a
It was coming.
Travis Kelce.
do you think it's gonna have a negative
Taylor
effect on
Swift.
the Chiefs?
No.
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 I think it brings more attention and more opportunity to sign Chris Jones to a long-term contract because that's who they need to sign is that dude.
Mhm.
So
So
I
you think just by Taylor showing up to the games that he's gonna be like, oh yeah, I want
because
to be.
you're not going to get the same. You're not so. If you pay Chris Jones, you can't pay. They're never going to give Chris Jones the money he wants. He's the most important player. They gave it all to Patrick Mahomes, and even Travis Kelce had to take a pay cut. So if you get other benefits like Taylor Swift being there, different opportunities to make money on the back end, that could convince Chris Jones and other athletes to come to Kansas City because they get better marketing opportunities. You know
I
what I
think
mean?
it also
So,
helps the views too.
views.
The Swifties.
Of course,
Swifties? Yeah.
bro.
The Swift-
God
I hate saying
damn.
that
So-
damn word.
Okay,
But
okay.
it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Travis
But I-
Kelce's jersey sales. Travis Kelce's jersey sales went up 400%.
Okay.
That's crazy. And not only that, bro.
Just saying. You can look that up.
Now the New Balance 550s have skyrocketed. They're trending now because Taylor Swift wore these New Balance 550s, which are like old man style shoes. Like I love them because and I'm a sneakerhead and I understand the culture and I love the 550s in general. But she wore them,
Yeah.
and there was a whole thread of these Swifties that are like, I guess I need a pair of New Balance.
Balance.
Like, oh, I'm going to get New Balance. And then this one girl was like, I was just dogging on these earlier, but now that I look at them, I kind of like them. And Kaylin's over here
yeah,
like,
yes,
this
yes.
dumb bitch.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
stand these
Yes,
fucking people.
Yeah.
Because like Kaylin loves the 550. She's been wanting 550s too. Like she likes the, we both like the beige, like vintage color. And this was just the vintage white and beige, but it has like the red hints for the Chiefs that the outfit she was rocking or whatever, man. But it was like, dude, you guys are fucking up the game now, and all of a sudden New Balance are gonna be hard to get.
Yeah.
Like, come on,
They
man.
are, yeah. If she puts it on, it's getting sold.
But
yeah.
did you go
along
ahead?
along with New Balance, they it's something they doing with their marketing because Coco Golf, the young tennis player,
Mhm.
she just won like the championship or something like that, and she's sponsored by New Balance as well.
Bro, it's mesh season, bro. Like the shoe game's changing quick. Like the Dunks, they're on the downfall, and mesh shoes are the next up. So like the crazy thing is, yeah. So the Nikes, they're now trying to come out with these shoes called the Vermeeros, which are basically Adidas. I'm sorry, not Adidas. They're basically Asics, and yeah, the Vermeeros. When you see them, you're gonna be like, oh shit, those are Asics or those are New Balance because they're all mesh, and then they've got like weird webbing on the side, like where
Lunaline.
like the leather would come in. I'll show you a picture real quick because it's all
They've done that before though. Like
So Nike's done the mesh shoes, but they've always just been like, they drop
Is it
them at
like-
Dick's and things like that. Like these Vermeeros,
is it like it's got those little string, like they look like little mini bungee cords or something like on the side of the foot to help break, like to tighten up.
no,
Oh, okay.
these are just, they're not impressive, bro. They're
Vermeeros.
not impressive,
That name
but
sound familiar though. That's
but the mesh game's going crazy. So Nike, they here they are.
yeah.
Those look like Asics,
Vermeeros.
right? They look just like Asics, or just like New Balance, man. Which is
Yeah,
crazy
tight.
because Nike's always been the top of the food chain. They've always been the ones that are creating the design. They're the ones that are setting the bar for everybody else to follow.
Vermeero.
And I think New Balance was the ones that really brought the mesh back, and now it's Asics. Like they've always had those type of shoes, but now Asics, like they're competing or they're collabing with companies like Kith and other companies that are doing like limited edition drops on shoes, man, and their shit's looking good.
Yeah, man. Okay, I see what you're saying. Dang, they hitting them for 205.
Yeah. Yeah, they're reselling, bro. Those things 5 years ago, they would have been at Dick's for $79.
Yeah, about $79, $80.
Yep. And now they're reselling, and that's the crazy thing, man. So now it's like all of a sudden, fucking Taylor Swift wears them, and now everyone's
She just
like,
wanted
oh,
to be comfortable.
New Balance are fire. New Balance are fire.
All she wanted to do was be comfortable. She just wanted to cheer her man.
So
while he
that's
playing
that's the new
football.
wave of shoes.
This?
Yep, that's the new wave right there.
Vomeros.
So like the
Drew said, I'm about to get a pair.
they're calling. Well, I mean, they're honestly they're not that bad,
Probably another one of these.
but if you're gonna rock a pair of mesh shoes, like 10 times out of 10, like Asics are gonna be the most comfortable shoes on the planet, bro. Like Asics, they know what they're doing.
Because you know, around the toes, it's flexible around the toes.
Yeah, bro.
They breathable.
Mm,
Because some
breathable,
people,
that's
yeah,
the
you know
big
what I'm saying?
thing.
Some people feet get sweaty when they in, you know.
Oh,
what I'm saying?
bro, like my wife hates me, man. Like I buy the most outlandish shoes that are just like those cactus plant flea markets. They're nothing but hair all over the shoe, bro. They look like the Grinch like feet.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I want those so bad, bro. But like I run on hot, man. Like I'm always like my internal heater. I run on hot 24/7, bro. So my wife is like, you are not getting shoes that's gonna make your fucking feet smell worse than they already are, player.
Yeah, right.
Like
yeah.
no way.
No,
All right,
there's
all
a-
right, all right.
I like the Pumas you
there's
got
a
on right now, man.
threshold
You
here.
showing me
Bro,
them earlier, man.
shout out to Alexander John, man. I wanted to tag him in the video earlier, bro. These shoes here, man. One of my favorite shoes that I own. Obviously, I've got. Man, I need to count how many shoes I have. I probably have 150 to 200 pair of shoes
Jesus
for real. I
Christ.
mean, I've got shoes from 1990 that I've held. Like, they're still the same size and everything. But these right here, man, like when Alexander John dropped these on his Instagram, I saw them and I was like, holy shit, dude, these things are insane. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna have to cop a pair. And then Alexander John wrote me back and he's like, bro, can't wait to see him. And I was like, oh shit, now I gotta buy them. You know what I mean? Like now it's like I might as already given my credit card, right? And they were like $250, which is way too expensive for a pair of Pumas. But they were so fly. I was like, all right, bro, I got to pick them up. I got to do it. So I bought them, and I put them on, and I took a photo of them when I did like a video in the store because I was like, you know what, maybe Alexander John will see this, and saw the store, loved it, bro, and he DM'd me. He was like, call me right now, and so I called him and I sat outside, right there at that table, and I talked with him for about 45 minutes, man, about like where I want to go with the brand, like what like his suggestions on what we can do to try to get the brand to the next level. Like,
Yeah.
he really took the time, bro. He took 45 minutes out of his day to talk to a stranger that bought his shoes. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know him the day before that. Like, I've always been a fan. Like, I see all this stuff on Instagram, and when the shoes dropped, I was like, because he came out with a pair that had the yellow bottoms on them, which was dope, but red bottoms, bro. It's just, that shit's fire.
Yeah.
So when these dropped, I commented on it. He wrote back, and then it's like, dude, like now it's like I'm hooked. I'm a fan of yours for life because of the fact that you took. Not only did you like call me, here's my cell phone number, which who does that in this day and age, but like he sat there and talked to me for 45 minutes about my life, not his. You know what I mean? Like what I want to do with my next shit. And it's like that's the type of people that we need in the world, man. You know what I mean? People that like now, like he's my blueprint. You know what I mean? Like, because he took that time out of his day, and I took my time out or my couple dollars out of my pocket to buy what he was putting out there. Which, by the way, it's money well spent, dude. Every time I wear these shoes, people are like, "What the fuck are those? Where'd you get those? And what's all that graffiti?" Just like you said, I'm like,
Yeah.
you're like, "Who's that autograph?" It's like, that's Alexander John. That's the guy that created the shoe, bro. But
That's
like,
crazy.
shout out to you, man. I'm a huge fan, and I'm indebted just for having that conversation because that's something that it really opens my eyes to when these kids come in and they ask for advice. It's like, don't blow them off, man. Like, give everybody the time of day. If you've got 2 minutes out of your day, spend it like giving knowledge to somebody else because they're gonna appreciate it. And you never know this. You might be dropping some you know, something that you think about all the time and it's not a big deal to you, but it might change somebody's life. You know what I mean? Like, this is the 45-minute conversation we had. It took me up 3 steps when it comes to like walking up that ladder, because it's
Yeah.
like, you know, I'm trying to get to where he is. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I'm trying to surround myself with people like him, so that you know, I can elbow my way in and eat at that table. You know what I'm saying? So like, the fact that he gave me the time of day, bro. Anytime that he's gonna drop something, I'm paying attention. Anytime that he's doing something, I'm gonna pay attention. I'm gonna like it. You know, it's like I become a lifelong fan of him, just because of the fact that I know how it is being in this position and having kids come up and go, I want to do this. How do I do this? And it's like, you know, you could sit there and say, fucking YouTube it.
Figure
You
it out.
learn it. Figure it
A
out.
lot of
Figure it
people
out,
say
kid.
You know
a
what I
lot of
mean?
people say that to you.
Figure it
You
out,
feel me?
kid.
Yeah, or you could sit down with them for 5 minutes and just say, hey, this is what you can do. And like, you never know what that 5 minutes is if it'll change that kid's life, man.
Straight up.
You know, but for somebody like this, it's like, you know, I'm a small fish in a big pond right now, and it's like I'm trying to get to that level where I can rub elbows with people like him. So for the fact that he wanted to call me after he saw the store and was like, bro, you've got it. Like, this store is insane. Like, you need to double down on everything you're doing there. It just really puts everything in perspective, bro. Because, you know, me and Andrew are here with our blinders on. You know what I mean? Like, we're in the day to day where, you know, we're just trying to figure out how to make $3 more off every sale. You know, but at the end of the day, it's like we need to step back and understand that we built something that people talk about. You know, and people go home and go, holy shit, man, look at this video. Look at this store. You know what I mean? And like
Every
it's
day.
it's a
Every
great
day, I feel like
feeling, bro,
It's
because
a great
like,
feeling, yeah.
you know, this was bootstrap, bro. This is still only the second chapter in a long story that we've got. So
Yeah, very. I mean, and I still believe we are yet to even hit our best stride.
Oh, for sure, bro.
So I think this is just still, but we're at this weird middle ground where we're watching development, because we feel like the product is almost to the point where you could consider it finished, other than a few trim and fat, but we're still in developmental spot with where we're at, because we're still in the infant stages of what the levy is becoming, because we're waiting for Margaritaville coming now. There's a lot of things that are coming. So we're at the development spot waiting for things to pop off. Meanwhile, we're ready to be in the big leagues. So it's like, it's a weird time, but we're going to break through. We're about to make that happen. So
I'm here for it, man.
Me too.
Yeah, we're gonna take a little bit of time. We're gonna redo the store a little bit. We're gonna make it a little bit more interactive. We're gonna get some aliens in here. We're gonna
Lab
start promoting
pool.
it. Yeah. And
Next experiment's about to start, essentially.
yes, sir. Yeah, I can't wait for it, man. This is something that like it's and I never feel like I'm working. I feel like I'm just coming to my second home when I'm here.
Me
You know what
too.
I mean?
Me too. I'll be here. I'm here because I want to be. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's where I want to be. So, like, people, like, and I come in, like, on my off days, and they're like, "You here on your off day?" I'm like, well, I'm off because I need to hyper focus on Charlie. But if I were not to have Charlie that day, I would probably be here doing something and utilizing my Thursday if she were, like, on a vacation or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? I would, like, this is where I would go. Where else am I going to go? I could hang out with some friends and stuff, and we could talk about it, but I end up going to talk about the store.
Right.
So I could just go to the store and do better at the store, and then the next time I talk to them, I have even cooler things.
You
to
know,
talk
you know,
about,
you know what's
so.
funny too, man. I see a lot of people that come in just expecting to hang out.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
not just hang out, but like when they walk in, they're like, "Where is everybody?
Yeah.
Where's Andrew and Tyrell?" It's like it's just me. Like Tyrell comes in at 4, or Andrew comes in at 4, but they're like, "Well, wait a minute. wait. You guys don't like."
Always stay here.
Yeah, like you guys just aren't here 24/7, just hanging out, because
Right.
that's in my head. This is you guys just always here.
Yeah, I've had people come in and they at nights are like, "Where's everyone at?" I mean, I've had that too. Where's Jay? Where's Tyrell? I said the same thing. I'm just like, no, just me tonight. Like, okay, well, you mind if I hang out? I'm like, yeah, dude, you don't have to ask. Like, it's cool. But like, they want to hang out. They just want to be there, and that environment and this culture is like the greatest. It's welcoming, and people learn. They come here. We talk about our different crafts. We talk about art. We talk about music. What'd you do?
I've got a cactus plant over here. I water every week on the podcast. And,
I just noticed that was
and
even
he
right
just
there.
yeah. Bro, this you never saw this before?
I just noticed that shit.
This
was right
this was a wedding present, bro, from Shannon Hastings,
We can't
man.
show it though. I wish you could.
there.
It's incredibly fire. Here you go. Hold on.
Where's it going? Oh, it didn't move.
Boom.
Oh, there we go.
There it is. So this is an actual planter that somebody made. Obviously, it's your boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like it was all custom made, and then it's actually made to put like a plant in top where that the grass can hang over, the leaves can hang
Oh.
over and make it look like hair. Yeah, bro.
I got you.
So, but right now I got just a little mini cactus plant here that I water once a week.
I just saw you put the liquid dip in there. I was like, hold on. What?
Yeah, bro. I gotta keep my plants alive, man. Yes,
This is up.
Get that back aiming right. All right, man. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Anything else you gotta knock out? Thursday.
I'm interviewing Rye at Madison Live at Beyond the Stage. The second Beyond the Stage. I'm pretty excited. We have we're about to do it on the rooftop, so it's gonna be a rooftop event, and I'm gonna be interviewing Rye, formerly Rye the Kid, but he goes by Rye now, and he's kind of changing his marketing strategy and everything he's gonna do, and he's building a new brand, and it's pretty dope. I'm excited to see the new style he's taking on. He's actually gonna, I think, bringing on a live drummer.
Oh, that'd be cool, man.
Yeah, he's bringing on a live drummer and a guitar player. He's been posting on social media, so pretty excited what Rye brings to the table. He's a top tier artist locally, and I'm excited just to have a conversation. He's gonna treat it like kind of like a tiny desk vibe. I'm treating it more like a conversation interview. We're gonna kind of like throw everything together and see what happens. Music starts at 8 p.m., but the doors are open at 7. I have an artist, Miss Daisy. She's gonna be vendoring with her art. There, she'll be selling some pieces. So come to the show, buy some art.
Doors open at 7. What are tickets?
Doors open at 7. Pre-sale is $15 if you buy online or get a ticket at the thing. And day of show is $20. So that is the ticket price there. But the pre-sale is $15. You can go to the place and pay tax-free and just go get a $15 ticket. If you go to the window, you'll get that done. But pay online, there are fees. So the fees are not if you go buy a physical consignment ticket. But either way, get yourself a ticket, come down, and it's going to be a whole networking event too. So if you're an artist, you can come down and meet a bunch of artists. I think I have a guest host. I call him an icebreaker that's going to be on with me. So I'm just interviewing myself. So someone else comes on that knows the artist. So they're personally attached to them. So we can have a conversation and they can, if I don't know the artist, if they're out of town and touring, unless they're on tour with a tour manager or a merch guy or a girlfriend, they can have them on the couch with me. And we have a conversation. So the guest on this one, Rye hasn't announced it, so I'm not gonna say anything about it. You have to come to the show to see. But the guest is someone we know well, and he's been around. He's been doing his thing in the music scene for a while, and I'm just excited to get to talk to him with Rye, and we're gonna make a cool talk about it. Yeah, we're gonna he might be a guest.
Dope, bro.
Yeah, but it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I'm just the whole
That
event's
rooftops is shit, man.
yeah, and the weather's gonna be perfect. So it's gonna be like it's gonna be one of the best rooftop events I think they're gonna, because the weather, it's fall time, but it's not cold yet. We're just like at that perfect spot. And I mean, I have an October one which I'm about to announce here soon, but Jordan Frank. But
Hey,
yeah.
all right.
But yeah, we're about to announce him in October, so that will be in the main room downstairs at Madison Live. But this one, rooftop event, we're gonna show them we got a whole film crew. It's live stream, so you can watch it online as well on the Beyond the Stage Facebook page. Look up Beyond the Stage Live on Facebook, and you'll see the live stream when it comes, and follow it in the Instagram, Beyond the Stage Live. We're posting content, and we're just promoting artists, not just local. I mean, we had Quasar last month as a graffiti artist, as he set up his art, and he's from Indianapolis. So it's not just local. We're here interviewing everybody, and I'm excited. It's gonna be I'm just excited for the future of the company. I'm gonna interview some cool people. ask some unorthodox questions and just, catch them off guard.
Fuck yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, bro. Here for it. But yeah, coming out Thursday, September 28th at Madison Live.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. All right.
Yeah,
That place is incredible. All
It
right,
is.
man. Yam, you got anything to add?
Actually, yeah, man. I'll be releasing some more music pretty soon. Stone Cold, Steve Austin,
Hey.
Find a Way, and Love Taps.
All right.
And in the meantime, I'm still doing my thing, enjoying what it feels like to be back in school. I'm at Ohio Media.
Congrats, by the way. That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
super
That's great.
dope,
That's
man.
cool, man. It's cool.
So
Yeah.
I can't wait to learn off of you, bro, because you're gonna come in here like we've got all the equipment you need. So whatever, like video cameras, microphones, the whole nine, we got it here. So if you ever want to use any of this stuff, obviously, like we talked earlier, bro, I want to be able to use this as long as you check it out. Like Yama's got this, so we know that like the GoPro's gone. Like all right, we got to get that back.
oh yeah, you
Yeah.
know, man. I got
Like the one last note on it, like the great thing about having a degree in what capacity, whether it's associates or a bachelor's or whatever certification,
Yeah.
mastery, journeyman, whatever. But like for my personal life, like I don't necessarily use my degree, but like with Beyond the Stage, as I was just talking about it, like I have a journalism degree to back that company.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even though I
Yeah.
don't need it, I don't need it. But like at the end of the day, like if I get a media pass to a next level event and it comes down to it, like, what are your credentials, man? Well, I do have a bachelor's in journalism. You know what I mean? Like, I do have something
It's a
there, but like,
very good point.
Yeah.
there is a degree in this house, bro. I got you.
No, I'm not. No, what
It's
I'm
journalism
saying
again.
is NKU. Send that over, bro.
Oh,
Send that
Yeah.
over. Like I went to NKU for computers. I got Microsoft certified with A+ certification.
I got it as well. Yeah.
And then I went back for radio and television. Actually, I was
Nice.
gonna go to the Ohio Media School, and I ended up going with NKU just because I was familiar with the area, and the guy was really bugging me like.
Is that what took you to Kiss?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I was already on KISS, and they wanted me to take classes.
Okay. Yeah.
So
because that's like right in that alley. Everything you just explained is
yeah.
right there.
So I went to NKU for that, but I never went one day for school for fashion. Never took a fashion class, but I've got a fashion degree from NKU, according to NKU. So it's on the alum page. Like they've actually like advertised it as.
That's the weirdest flex I've ever heard.
Hey, bro.
Weirdest
Hey,
flex.
I am.
That's their flexy, bro. They're
I
like,
am 100% okay with
we
it.
know
dude.
what he's doing right now. Let's put him on the page.
That's crazy.
They're just like
Yeah.
he's ours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put him on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what does he do now? He
Yeah.
doesn't do computers. He does clothing. Yeah.
Get him on-
Yeah.
get him.
Put him on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was ours.
Did someone
We
send him a
taught him.
degree? You better send him the degree. I didn't send him. You better get on it now.
I don't have the degree. I've got. It's just in the
Yeah,
little
but-
alum.
yeah. But I'm saying like they want to send a degree because they want that recollection of like. You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's
wanna
why I
be
was
like, he
saying
came
that's
here.
a very good idea because you've got the degree to back up your communications. I need the degree to back up what I've been doing. And if NKU wants to say that they were the ones that helped me out and put it on, bro, I'm cool with that.
Bro, go ahead. I'm here for
Just give me the paper.
yes. Give me the
Just give me the paper and I'll lie like you did. That's cool.
yeah, it's not that much. It's just a piece of paper. And
Right.
Then there's like the leather thing that has NKU's stamp on it, and it folds up, and then
Let's
I have this.
go, bro.
Yeah. Mine is in a box. I'll be real.
I don't even know.
I have it like online when I put my resume out. It's all listed. My
Oh,
GPA
nice.
on it.
Yeah, I don't even know where mine is. Like my Microsoft certification from, and that was something crazy. I think I had to pay like $10,000 to get the Microsoft certification. Then they want you to go back to school like every 3 months, bro, because at the time like computers were just advancing and advancing and
Yeah.
advancing. Like every three months, it was like whole new operating system, whole new thing, and like you have to go back to school to learn everything. And it's like, I didn't sign up to just go to school the rest of my life to learn this shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Mhm.
but it is what it is, man. That's that's the way of the world, bro. Like once technology's out there, we're just gonna keep advancing, and you either have to adapt or die.
Adapt
You
or
know,
die.
and
Yeah.
I just didn't want to deal with it, bro. So I went with fashion, and they agreed.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to go music, so like the communication was like because I knew I can communicate.
Tell them, where's my music degree?
Yeah, they're not giving me
Where's
that.
my engineering
I didn't-
degree?
Right, I didn't. I mean,
They'll probably give it to you,
that's
bro.
hard to
Just
do.
ask.
They're just, you get a degree, you get a degree. Everyone look under their chairs. You can all
Be
have a
like,
degree.
yeah, right. You got my money,
They got
right?
the
Like,
money,
like,
yeah.
yeah, like I paid you
I do, yeah.
plenty of money. Just give me that
Yeah.
paper.
Yeah. I don't have any student loan debt though. I did it. I worked my way through it and I paid it.
There you go.
Yeah, and then early on, I had some savings bonds when I was younger, so I was able to cash in and get the early classes out when I went to Lexington.
Yeah.
So then once I covered those early costs and books and stuff, it got me to get ahead, and then I was able to just keep up, and it was cool. 'Cause, yeah. But like working through college can be tough.
Books were wild, man. I couldn't
Books
believe
are
I couldn't believe how
crazy.
much they were, and like half
Yeah.
of them are like already written in and used, and it's like, what the fuck? Anyways,
It's wild. Yeah, college is crazy expensive for almost no reason.
yeah.
But it is great to have the degree, and congratulations, Jamin, and I'm excited to see where it takes you. And your excitement and your energy toward it that you displayed today is promising for the institute, because they're gonna have when it's all said and done, you're gonna do great shit, and they're
I mean,
gonna be.
we all creators, you know what I'm saying? We
Are you doing
all
great,
have
though.
a level of creativity, you know what I'm saying? That's why we always talk about the most craziest stuff, because
Oh,
we
yeah.
just always got ideas running through our brain. So I'm just like, you know, I'm just looking at it like, of course I do like hip hop and stuff like that, but like it's other stuff that I feel like I could tap into. So
Yeah.
I'm at the point in my life now, I want to like venture and get a little taste test of other things and let my brain run wild with it.
Yeah.
For
You know
sure,
what I'm
bro.
saying? That's kinda where
I think it's a great thing that you didn't go to the Ohio Media School 5 years, 6 years, 7 years ago, right? Like, you've gone through your crossroads, right? Like you've gotten you're done with basketball. Now you're trying to find the next thing, and like
Yeah.
so now that you found the next thing, you can double down on it and stay focused, because like that this is your next spot. Like 5
Yeah.
years ago, you might have been like, man,
Kind of being half and half. with
yeah,
it.
yeah, half in, half out. Or
Yeah.
like you don't know, like I could still be playing basketball, but like,
Mhm.
but now you're grown, you're mature, and you're understanding things and you're appreciating it. You might have not appreciated college 6 years ago.
I didn't.
You know what I mean? Like, but now like you feel like you're amongst like the fish, right? Like when you go in that class, you find people that you all have that same mind mentality. You all want to do the same thing, and it's like, yeah, this is the type of shit that I want to do, man. You know what I mean? Like, I think you're on the right path, bro. And I think doing it now is the perfect time for you, because you've been through the hardships, and now you found something that has a light at the end of the tunnel that you can chase. You know what I mean? And just stay focused on it, bro. Because you've got us here. We've got plenty of stuff that we can talk about, plenty of stuff that we can record. Anything that you need out of us, bro, you got us for sure.
All right, for sure,
Sure,
man.
bro.
Thank you.
We got you ready to get it done too.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
show. We got plenty of energy here to go around. Let's spread it to because other people out there want to see the content, dude. It's not just
Yeah.
us doing it for ourselves. Other people want to be taking the content that this store is going to produce, because they're invested. They follow the Instagram. They follow what's happening. If we attach your name to it, you can just get some viewage and see what your work's out there, man. We're all
Yeah.
for it, man. Let's make it
Yeah, we had
happen.
a skater from Maine earlier that was in here.
We did. That was interesting. They were
Yeah.
here.
About as far as it gets.
Yep. On the East Coast since, yeah, like for sure. There was someone here this weekend that I sold a couple of Mad Scientist shirts to from California.
Oh, dope.
They were just here. They were walking around, and I didn't know they were from out of town, but I could tell they were tourists of some degree.
Mm.
So they're walking around, and they're about to leave, and I did the whole fish them, come check out what I've got, something cool, So they walk back. They're like, "Sure, we have some time to kill. Like, come on." I'm like, "Yeah, where are you guys from?" They're like, "Oh, we're here from San Francisco, California."
Mm,
Dope.
I'm like,
okay.
cool. I was like, well, hopefully there's something here you'll like. And they're like, something here, what? And I stepped on door, walked up, and they stepped in, and their eyes lit up like I've seen 1,000,000 times.
Mm.
But the fact that they're
They're from Cali,
and they're
they
well
were-
traveled.
Yeah.
They said they just moved to San Fran about a year ago, but they were living in another part of California. They've moved a lot for whatever his job is, but like they're well traveled. Obviously, they've seen a lot of things, whatever.
Yeah.
And they're here and they travel a lot. So to be that surprised with that much experience in their own right, because I could definitely tell they were like. He was very professional, and he had his family with him, and they were like definitely following his lead, and he
Mhm.
looked like a businessman of some degree. We didn't get into talks what he was doing, but he was definitely a serious guy. But I could tell his family was like seeing the sights,
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
at
yeah.
looking at everything. I was like, all right, well, come back here. Let me show you some real sights.
For sure.
And they sat here for about an hour and bought 2 shirts and ready to go promote it in California.
That's awesome, man.
So-
And last week we had 2 shirts go to 2 different parts of England.
Oh,
So we had London, England, which you sold something
Did.
to, and did Caitlin McGrady did she message you about that?
No.
She messaged Kaylin. So somebody was in the airport walking around with a native hat, and she said, "Oh, native, like, you know, do you know him?" And I think he said, "Yeah, it's my friend's son's brand or something." But she was like, "Oh, so you know Jay?" And he was like, "No, I don't know who he is." But she was like, I guess he was heading to London, England. So Caitlin wrote Kaylin, my wife, and said, "Do you guys know anybody in London, England that stopped by to get some native stuff?" And I was like, "Nope, I sure don't." But besides that, so a couple items went to London, England, and then another guy stopped in who lives on like the outskirts of England, like you know where the hills and the ocean is and all that shit.
Yeah,
I can't remember the town. I texted to Kaylin, but it's like twice in 1 week. Like 2 of these items are going to London, England.
And then about 3 weeks ago, there was a guy here. He's from Sweden.
Yeah,
He's on a work visa, but he said he's only had a week left, and he was just checking out some stuff before it's time to head back.
Mhm.
And he back to he's an engineer, and he just comes back. He says he's in the States once every other year, pretty much, and he just comes here, does these jobs, and then it provides him for a long time, and then he comes back.
That's incredible, bro.
But he bought a 513 Bengals hat, and he bought the last 420 hat.
Oh, nice.
So it was about that time, the very last one that
Yeah,
went out.
yeah,
So
yeah.
whenever that time period was,
For sure.
he bought that. He bought that for himself, and he bought the 513 one for his son because his son knows who the Bengals are.
That's awesome.
And he's like, "But I want the 421." And I was like, "Okay, dude." He put it right on, and he's like, "Want to take a picture of me and send it to me?" I'm like, but I was like, "Well, do you have a phone?" He's like, "Yeah, actually, yeah." So I wasn't gonna text him. I was just like, "Here, just
Yeah.
I'll take the photo on your phone and whatever." Like, and so I took it, and he's just like this, and he's just cool, dude. Like,
That's the shit.
off to
man.
Sweden though. That's where he lives. Like, well, a week later at that point, but he's there now at this point.
Yeah.
So, but there's native running all over this world.
That's crazy. You know, and after hearing that, man, we really need to double down on making sure that the story is told online.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that people can
The-
revert back where like someone's like, "Where'd you get that?" Like, "Oh, let me show you."
Yeah, I would say I would even go like, now we're talking the story of the Levy experience because there's enough time here
Mhm.
to build from spot to spot to spot. Even mentioned the 24-hour lease to a 5-year lease.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like from 24 to 5, which
Yeah.
is crazy to think about
Yeah.
in that sense. So like those aspects are something I think we should really push in, which you can also introduce myself and Tyrell. You can introduce, there's different ways to, because then when we build more videos and it expands and then more people come in, they become the start of the story. And then before we know, we have a bunch of Funkos.
Oh
and
yeah.
a bunch of people,
Yes, sir.
the whole team.
All right, man.
All right.
I think this is gonna wrap up another
Yeah.
episode of the Pow Wow. I'm gonna go ahead and skateboard home. This is a perfect night to just board
It's
home,
raining.
bro. Oh, it's not a perfect
I
night
don't know,
to ride
but I don't
home.
know. It might just be a drizzle. I don't know.
Is it raining? I
Yeah.
don't
Well,
know.
shit.
It was nice
Oh,
earlier.
that's
We
It is
walked.
not
we
a
walked,
perfect night.
We
Oh,
walked. We were outside earlier. In his defense, we were outside looking at the immersible
Yeah, immersive gaming.
immersive gaming on Newport on the Levee. They're
Our old clothing store.
our old spot. Our old. I mean,
It looks fire, bro.
It looks amazing.
They've
They-
got
Fire, I ain't gonna lie.
they've got like
Top tier.
six rooms that are completely digital mapped, where you can basically play like AR video games in there. I think there was a Squid Game one. I think there was Angry Birds. There's a couple of fun games
Yeah.
to play in there.
looks like a great time. We should see if we can like work with them or something.
Yeah, no, we definitely need to.
It's kinda
We need
like
to
on the
get in
same
there,
vibe.
do some video, and then get it set up for the next week's podcast. See if we can interview them.
That'd be great. Yeah.
All right. All right, everybody. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Where's Mom walking down the stairs so she can be like, "Don't forget to talk about One Heart Medical."
Right. Yeah. Shout out James.
Yeah. Shout out to Liquid Death, One Heart Medical, Duffified. We appreciate you guys for always being a part of it, sponsoring it, helping us out. If you guys want to be a part of the podcast, comment or get a hold of one of these guys here, and we'll get you on the podcast. But until next Tuesday, it's your boy, the Mad Scientist, AI, and Yaman. We will see you next week. And for Christmas, we might have some of our own custom Funkos.
Uh-oh.
Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell.
Oh, hey, if you're still watching right now, I'll give you a little hint. We just might be printing Matt Rife's new merch for his movie that's coming out. His very first movie. They contacted us this morning about printing their merch. Let's go. Chip the Ripper's in it.
Let's get it.
That's what I'm talking
Let's
about.
go.
See you next week in
Later.
another episode of the
Later.
Powwow.
Bye.
Hey,
Peace out.
Yeah.
this one's shot again. So see you later.
I don't even know which.
The shot.
Oh, right here.